I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, what's good, party people in the place to be? Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man's Uncle Freezy. I'm going to be joined by Staffadan in a few moments. Let me put that joint in the chat for my man Staffadan. Hey, so Stop It Videos. I saw what you put out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Bruh, I'm telling you, we have bigger. Nah. Yeah, man. Hey, what's good, bro? He says, are we still here in the Big 15 or we have to cancel those slogans? Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. From what I saw yesterday, so let me tell you what I saw yesterday. I saw RJ Barrett giving max energy all game. I didn't expect to see that. I didn't think he was an Energizer bunny like that. Because when you look at his eyes, he don't look like an energy dude. Right? Real King. Am I lying? When you look RJ Barrett in the eyes, does he look like an energy dude? Does RJ Barrett look like a dude that's going to bring all kinds of crazy energy all the time? RJ Barrett looked more laid back and subdued, right? Nah, hey, Real King, no lie. Nah, does RJ Barrett look like he bring more energy than Obi Toppin? Answer the question. Does RJ Barrett look like he bring more energy than Obi Toppin? Now, and this is for Real King. This is for Real King. Staffadan, my guy, what's good?
Yo, blessings, Uncle Freeze. Blessings to the chat. What's going on, Unc?
Hey, man. I'm just going in about the Charlotte game. I heard since I was in Charlotte overnight, right? And I heard a whole bunch of Knicks Universe saying a whole bunch of stuff that was half true and a lot of stuff not based on nothing. Right?
Facts.
Right.
I was sitting right next to you.
Right. Like people don't realize how hard RJ Barrett plays all game long, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked Real King, does RJ Barrett look like a guy that's going to bring more energy than Obi on both ends of the floor? And when you look at RJ Barrett's eyes, you don't see that. RJ Barrett looks subdued. You know what I'm saying? RJ Barrett looks like a subdued dude. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look him in the eyes, he look like he more laid back, right? But then when you watch him in Charlotte, he's scrambling around on defense trying to guard everybody. And you like, okay, I didn't see this. I don't see this on TV. You know what I'm saying? Real King says, nah, OB energy is unmatched. No, that's not true. OB energy is unmatched when he's trying to get out in the open floor.
That's a fact.
But defensively, OB energy ain't like that. OB ain't blocking 2 or 3 shots in a row at the rim. OB ain't chasing down multiple rebounds on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? OB ain't chasing around small forwards and getting in passing lanes. And OB ain't doing that. OB gonna play decent defense and then get out on the open floor to show off his athleticism. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, and so what I'm saying is White Falcon. I'm not saying that RJ ain't a killer. What I'm saying is that you don't understand how hard certain dudes play until you watch them live.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying, right? And RJ Barrett, I saw RJ Barrett double team the post, go back out to the perimeter, run to the top, sprint all the way back to the corner to contest a 3 in one possession. Think about what I said. He was on the wing. They passed in the post. He double teamed the post. They kicked it to the corner. He ran to the corner. They kicked it out to the top. He chased the ball all the way back to the corner to contest a 3. Do you know how much energy that takes? The dude missed or whatever. That ain't even the point. The point is RJ Barrett and a lot of guys are getting worn down. They're getting ground down by Tibbs. This defensive system, you better be in shape.
You heard what RJ said. One of the first requirements, you got to be in shape to play for Tibbs.
Right.
You got to be in tip-top shape to be on the floor. And if you're not in shape, Tibbs is not going to play you. But, you know, to your rant, what did you say the topic was, Freezy?
No, I'm just I got
no, but what you have put on
Knicks fans ready to press the panic button.
Okay. Now, you know, people mightn't agree. People may agree, but it's not time to panic.
Right.
It's not time to panic, people. We still have time in the season.
Right.
We still have time to get this thing correctly. In my opinion, I think we're trying to figure out who is the alpha, who is the second guy to go, who is you remember Freezy, remember when you had the Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh, and they had a confusion of trying to figure out who should take the reins first.
Yep.
That's how I look at it with the Knicks. Julius, Kemba, Fournier, and RJ need to figure out this pecking order of who is trying to take over. Because you see, in the first half yesterday, Kemba went off.
Right.
We was literally
offensively, he went
offensively. Off. You're right. We was literally going bonkers.
Right.
To see Kemba, I think it was like in the first 5-6 minutes, Kemba had like 11 points.
11 points. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And he was going off. But nobody wasn't fluid in the offense.
Yep. Kemba hit a lot of tough shots.
Right? And you see every time Randall got it, he gave up the ball. Which was no problem because I think he had like,
you gotta emphasize that now because Knicks fans think Randall don't want nobody else to score. Right? Am I lying? Didn't we?
No, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that because everything is blame Randall this and blame Randall that.
That. Yep.
So give me a second, right? So as you could see, I think he either had either 5 assists or 8 assists. One out of the two. I'm not sure. But he was distributing the ball. Now, when it came to the second half, right? Instead of them sharing the ball, they try to go to Randall. And this is where Randall get the blame. Because if nobody in scoring, Randall wants to play hero.
Yeah.
Right? So go ahead, Tom Thibodeau, and share the ball. Continue. Well, I shouldn't even say Tom. I should put it on Kemba, right? Because Kemba is the head of the offense, and he should be looking to spread the ball even around to all his players. Now, I understand Julius tried to take over the second half, but it shouldn't have been like that. The ball should have been moving around, having a fluidity, and we could have been talking about a different story at this time right now. We could have been talking about a win. We could have been 8-5, I believe, Freezy, or 8-4.
Well, can I say something from the beginning?
Go ahead.
So because to your point, you're right. But I'm gonna say this: we could have and should have won the Bucks game, right? And we could have and should have won the Charlotte game. So we're not even looking at a 8-5, 9-4 situation. We're looking at it's. We look at. I got ESPN playing in my. I'm sorry, but
That's
yeah,
okay.
we looking at a situation where this team could have won all those games. There's not one game we played this season where I felt like we could have just flat out got outplayed, right? But the Charlotte game, to your point, I understand. Yo, G Money's in the building. What's good?
Big up G Money.
What's good? G Money, that's my guy. What's good? I'm sorry about interrupting your point, man.
No, that's okay. But what my message is to the fans right now: don't panic. I know it sounds ridiculous, right? After 13 games, 12 games, but Freezy, you always go by data. You always go by stats. We wasn't 7-6 last year at around this time.
No.
We were like 5-11.
Right.
Or 5-9 or something like that. So Knicks fans, this is my rant to you. Woosa. Relax. In my Aaron Rodgers voice. Everything is going to be okay.
Right.
We are going to figure this out.
Right.
And that's my rant.
Hey, so I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna sound like me and you are peanut butter and jelly. I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna bring my boy Beans in real quick. Beans, what's good?
Yo, what up, man? What up, Uncle Freeze?
What's good?
What up, Steph Don? What up, man?
What's up, Mr. Beans?
I feel like I hear a lot of subliminal talking going on around here, man. What's up? I'm in here. What's up?
Nah, man, ain't no subliminal. You just caught me when I was about to.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all was in the building. Was in the building.
In the building, bro.
How did y'all feel with 3 and some change left when Tom pulled Obi and ran to what you call it back in? How did you feel?
Well, we slowed up. Oh, go ahead, Stefan.
Well, to tell you the truth, Beans, yo, when that happened, I looked at Freezy. I automatically looked at Freezy. I was like, Freezy, why is Tom Thibodeau taking out Obi and leaving Taj Gibson?
Right.
I literally looked next to him and I'm like, yo, Freezy, didn't Randall just point to Taj? But when we looked, He pointed at Obi, and we were disappointed, bro, because
Right.
we wanted to see the small ball because Obi had just did the windmill.
Yeah.
Quickly was hitting threes. D Rose was getting into the lane. Burks was doing this thing. Basically, the bench brought us back. We tied the game.
But
Right?
they ain't the only thing though. They took out Miles Plumlee.
Right.
And
That's
they
where
had a
it happened. That's the
yep,
substitute Beans is talking about.
right. So they also took out Plumlee, right? So they went very small, right?
Mhm.
And so Obi was like, no, this one they're taking me out. He leaving in Taj. And he cussed Randall out right off the basket at the baseline. Me and Stafford Don, Muggsy
Okay.
Bogues, and Divine was looking right down at him.
Okay, I
Right?
thought I was the only one to see that.
Nah, Beans,
Obi
no,
was
no, we
Obi
gonna leave
was
you alone,
cussing
bro.
Tom
We all
Thibodeau
notice it.
out, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you taking me out instead of Taj? You right?
Yeah.
And Julius Randle was like, man, calm down, bro, calm down. And Obi cussed Randall out on the baseline right off the rim. You know that little area, like, you know what I'm saying, when you walking back towards the bench, it's the out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
Randall was walking him over there like, man, calm down, B. You know what I'm saying? And Obi was hot, bro. And who can blame him?
Yeah. Yeah, because when they did the substitution, I'm looking at Obi walking off the court, and I could tell he tight.
He
You
was
know what I'm saying?
pissed.
But he didn't know yet, Beans. That's what I'm saying. When he was walking, he didn't know yet that he was coming out.
Right, because he was
thought
confused. He
Taj
thought
was coming
Taj
out.
was coming out.
Right. He thought him and Randall was gonna be in the game playing small ball.
Yeah, because they put Bridges at the 5.
Yep.
And Oubre I think it was at the 4.
Yep.
And they, you know,
You gotta let Obi and Bridges duke it out at the end right there, man.
Yeah.
They going dunk for dunk. It's getting crazy in the building.
Beans, I'm telling you, the Knicks were down by 1. It was a tap out long rebound to the Knicks. They threw it over the top to Obi. And I swear to God, the top blew off Spectrum Center. When Obi caught that ball and was about to dunk, everybody was like, oh, boom! Everybody was waving their hats. Man, it was Beans, listen.
Beans, and Beans, let me tell you something. It had
Spectrum
more
Center
New York fans in there than Charlotte fans.
14,000 people, right? About 8,000 or 9,000 of them was Knicks fans.
Wow.
Facts.
Bro, Beans, I'm telling you, man to man, when I tell you that the Spectrum Center was piping in crowd noise for the Hornets,
yeah,
bro, they all you heard was a crowd erupt, right? And then you look around the arena, everybody sitting down on their phones.
Wow.
What kind of message, Stafford Down? What kind of message is that?
For real. They were trying so hard because guess what, Beans? The New York crowd was out drowning the Charlotte crowd. So what they had to happen now, they had us to pump up their crowd with the noise in order for them to get real hype. But you know, New York fans automatically.
Right.
We was to 100.
Yes. Yeah, bro. And Beans, listen, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Oh, they threw that outlet pass to Obi, and you could feel like a volcano about to erupt, bro. When Obi caught it, it was like, boom! Everybody was jumping around, high-fiving. The Knicks was up by 1. And then Charlotte came down and hit a 3 and was up by 2. And then Burks came down and hit a 3 and put us up by 1. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was going back and forth for a second, but the Oubre threes. Wow, this guy is not a 3-point shooter, but for some reason he got left open and he sank 2 very important threes. Him and Rose.
You wide open. Believe me, if you was left alone 4 feet, you're gonna hit that too.
Yeah.
And what killed me was Randall's defense at the end.
Yeah.
He let Miles Bridges
violate
him.
Yeah.
You see that play where it was in the middle of the key?
Yeah.
And he did his thing and then spin around and did a layup right in
Right off Randall.
on the hoop. That was the end of the ball game right there, bro.
Stephen, where was your
Melo.
Stephen? That happened at the free throw line. Where was your center? Where was your rim protection?
He hit him with the Melo move. That was Melo move. That little spin move.
And then
That
guess what, Beans? He looked at Kemba and told Kemba, "This is his house.
This is my house." He looked at Kemba. No lie. He walked towards Kemba and said, "This my house, MFA."
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna
Kemba was smiling.
My bad, go ahead, Fred.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, bro.
We gonna talk about them late game free throws Randall missed or nah?
Yeah, that was the
I
most
mean,
disappointing thing
you
to
can
me.
talk about it because listen, this is my thing, Beans. And you know I'm a diehard Randall fan, right? You know that's my dog. But bro, Randall, I hope you listening to me, bro. You wanted this.
Yeah.
You wanted this. You wanted to be the number one. You got paid like the number one.
Yeah.
Act like a number one, bro.
Ooh.
Because when you got fellas like Beans coming to rip your head off, I'm the one that's defending you, bro. Hold on, Beans. Hold on. I'm the one that's defending you, Randall. Bro, you got to hit your free throws. Because guess what, Randall? You hit those 3 free throws, we are down by 4 points.
Right. In a 1 possession game.
We are down by 4 points, bro. And the swing of the game could go anyway at that point. So yes, Randall, I am disappointed in you, bro. But here's my thing, Beans. It's not time to panic yet.
No, I'm not panicking. 25
No.
games.
I'm just letting you know, and to all the fans out there, it's not time to panic. Aaron Rodgers is going to be okay.
All right, Steph, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
We doing all this picking and rolling. Randall is getting the mismatch with the little guys on him. Why is he doing all these doggone fadeaways? Can you explain that? What's up with all these fadeaways?
If you look at his game, Beans, that's his shot.
Yeah. Listen, man, but if you
listen.
You gotta switch up,
patent shot. If you have a patent shot, and I understand where you're coming from, if the shot is not falling, drive to the hole. And I get you. But you gotta understand, bro, if that's your patent shot and you feel like it's gonna go down all the time, you're gonna take it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And they was clogging up the paint. There's no way these boys could have drive to the hole to get to the paint.
And you know why, Beans? And so to piggyback off what Staffadon is saying, Mitch is hurt bad, bro. Mitch is hurt. And he toughened it through. But Mitch, basically what he does is jog down from one end of the thing to the floor to the other. Like the lob they threw to Mitch yesterday, that should have been a poster. And Mitch didn't even jump. So you know he hurt. You know what I'm saying? And Staffadon, Staffadon, was that you or was that Devon that pointed out Mitch was on the bench rubbing his foot?
No, I pointed it out where he I think he had left the game and he had one of those things where he was stretching it out.
Yeah, man. Mitch is hurt bad, bro. Mitch
at one point in the time, Randall was hurt also too.
Yeah.
He had went back to the locker room. I don't know what it was.
That's the time when we went on a run.
No, that wasn't it.
No, that was in the first half.
No, it was when they came back and took the lead. They had a small lead on us, and Randall went back to the locker room.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So, hey, so what I'm saying, what Staffadon is saying, it makes sense. Randall can't go to the hole, man, because Mitch is standing there with his man. So now if Randall goes to the hole, it's a 1-on-2 at the basket. Mitch is hurt, bro.
See, oh man, I don't know. He got to make better decisions, man.
Yeah,
he got to make better decisions because if you draw 2 at the basket, what does that mean?
Hold on, before we say that means Mitch and his man are at the basket, bro.
But if Mitch man collapse on you, why not pass it to Mitch?
Because Mitch is hurt. Because Mitch is hurt. I'm
And then
telling
you
you, Mitch
gotta
is.
understand, Beans.
All right, he
You
hurt
gotta
or is he not
hold on,
engaged?
Beans. Hold on, Beans. You gotta understand, bro. We do not have long wing defenders.
Right.
Do you see how long these guys are, bro? Bridges, Oubre, what's his name?
Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward. Yo,
Oh, yeah.
these guys is long and big, bro.
Cody Martin.
Yeah, I forgot. Randall has trouble with size. Our number one guy. He has trouble with length.
Right. And then too, the thing too, man, is what we don't look at is this, right? So let me bring my guy in here.
And I know you want to blame Randall, Beans. It sounds like you so want to blame Randall, but you can't blame Randall, bro. The whole second half, where was the first team the whole second half?
On the bench.
On the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, Soul Finger.
Yeah, I need one of these, man.
Beans, you can't get one of them before me, bro.
No, I need an introduction, man.
No, you can't get an intro before me, bro. What's wrong?
Enough is enough. I need an introduction.
Hey,
what's up, Soul Finger?
Soul Finger.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to get before we get too far along, I got to get in my bag, bro. Because Staffordon got in his bag about Don't Panic, and I got to get in my bag. Right.
It's gonna be interesting.
Just real quick, yo. Just
go
real
ahead.
quick. All I
want
is a few moments, bro. That's it.
You got it.
Panic. Hit the button. Find that button and smash it, bro. It is time to panic. It's time to look. Hey, throw them life rafts over the side, man, and save the women and children first, bro. It's time because you got a storm brewing, right? And listen, don't be no fool. Don't be no fool and be like, yo, nah, this too shall pass. Nah, bro. You got Tibbs screaming at dudes and they blowing them off. You got Leon Rose, a young executive, not young, but a new executive, and he not good at team building, right? You got a point guard that can't dribble penetrate. You got a wing player in Evan Fournier that can't guard his own shadow, right? You got a young 21-year-old that you are asking to do everything that Randall don't do. If Randall can't do it, RJ got to do it, right? If Randall ain't rebounding, RJ Barrett got to get 10 rebounds, right? If Randall ain't defending, RJ got to do it, right? And what they doing is they grinding RJ Barrett into the ground and making people think that RJ Barrett ain't ready. When you got a bunch of dudes on the roster, Alec Burks, 6'7", 6'6", 6'7" wing scorer. Evan Fournier, 6'6" wing scorer. That ain't scoring, right? So now when RJ don't score, these games that we lose by 8 is because we don't have scoring punch and these dudes don't bring nothing else to the table. When Alec Burks' shot is not going, he ain't rebounding. He ain't stopping people defensively. He ain't getting you 12, 13 assists. When Evan Fournier's shot ain't going, bro, LaMelo Ball put a video game move on Alec Burks just Friday. A video game move on Alec Burks. I mean, on Evan Fournier. They the same size. What are we talking about? A 6'7" point guard put a move on a 6'7" shooting guard, and it looked like the most craziest mismatch you ever saw. And meanwhile, you got trouble brewing on the bench because Obi want to play and Tibbs won't play him. Right? And then Grimes and McBride want to play and Tibbs won't play him. But you got Burks out there that's giving you nothing on most nights. Fournier giving you nothing on most nights. Kemba defensively. Bro, this is crazy. Evan Fournier is the worst defender on the roster. We saw it with our own. Everybody they put Fournier on hit threes. Everybody. And it looked like they were hunting for him. We were like, how does a 6'7" Kelly Oubre get wide? Oh, Evan Fournier. How's a 6'7" Gordon Hayward get wide open? Oh,
it wasn't him,
bro. I'm okay. All right. I'm telling you, bro. Until they do something about Fournier and Burks and Kemba, this team ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. This team might not win 40 games. This team might not Beans. I'm telling you, this team might not win 40 games if Evan Fournier is the starting shooting guard, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. We looking like a play-in team right now.
Bro, we ain't making no play-in.
Like it's like this is just crazy. Like two. So you telling me two pieces did all of this?
Treasy.
I
gotta disagree with you on one thing though. You gotta remember, Burks is the one that also brought us back yesterday. You remember that one-on-one play when he was on the top of the key,
the and one,
right? No, yeah. Was it an and one or he took it to the basket?
The layup at the basket,
right? I understand Burks is not consistent, but last night.
You missed my point. When I said Alec Burks, I said most nights.
Okay. Yeah, but last night you couldn't blame him.
Right, because he had 9 rebounds last night.
Right. Last night you couldn't blame him. But Mr. Evan Fournier, Mr. RJ Barrett, these guys were missing in action.
Right.
Don't forget about Randall.
I said when I said Beans, the whole second half, the first unit was missing, bro.
All right, we gotta shake it up, man. We need some trades. I ain't even gonna hold you up.
You bugging. Not right now. It's not gonna happen right now.
We got it.
Hold on, Steph. I'm glad he did not want that max, boy. Whoo, I'm glad. That contract is very movable. I'm gonna say it again. It's very movable. If he don't switch this up by the time All-Star break come around.
No, that's too long, Beans. That's too long.
Yeah,
by All-Star break,
Randall ain't going
the season gonna be too late. We talking about mid-December. If anything don't change, it might have it may look to be to press the panic button. But for right now, I'm not with Freeze on the whole panic thing.
Press it, bro.
I'm with it.
You gotta take a
sledgehammer. I'm not with Freeze on that. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be some people that's gonna agree with Freezy, and there's some people that's gonna agree with me not to panic because we got time. Soulfinger, what's up, bro?
What's going on? I'm just sitting there back listening to what's going on, and see people ready to jump on the panic button, fall over the side of the ship like Jacques Cousteau abandoned ship. I said 20 games. I'm sticking to my 20 games before I decide to, before I make my way to the panic button. I said 20, and I'm sticking to it. I'm not gonna say I'm not saying I'm not concerned.
Right.
But I'm not ready to hit the panic button, man. Not now.
You better find that panic button, Soulfinger. You better
find that panic button. But the thing is, Reezy, you've been talking to me long enough. We chopped it up. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stand by it. I am also one of those to cut my nose off to spite my face. But the thing is it's going to come together like butt cheeks. Eventually, somehow, some way, it will. So, as far as trades, everybody, who we gonna trade and what we gonna get in.
Oh, I got answers. I got answers. You want me to go first?
Yeah, I want to know.
All right. Y'all might gonna get tight, but Randall, I'm trading Randall for Cat.
Of course.
I'm trading Randall for Cat. I'm trading Randall for Cat, and that's gonna be a straight up deal. Randall for Cat, and we'll throw you a first rounder in. And Kevin Knox. You can have him too. We're gonna give you that. and I'm bringing in Bi. That's the only way I'm doing it. If I can't bring both of them at the same time, I'm not doing it. But I want him and I want Bi.
Who's
Talk.
Bi?
Come
Brandon
on,
Ingram.
Brandon
man.
Ingram.
Come on.
But what you
Oh,
gonna give? What you gonna give up to get Brandon Ingram?
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. Fournier, thank you for your services. Burke, thank you for your services. 3 first-round picks. Mitchell Robinson in a second.
boy, I
They ain't
don't
gonna
know
take
what
that.
you smoking over there, boy.
They wouldn't. They
I don't
wouldn't.
know
I'm gonna
what
tell you,
you
they wouldn't
smoking
take. They
over
wouldn't
there.
take that because look how we don't look at the what Evan Fournier is not even producing right for us right now. So you couldn't give him away for a bag of Pop Rocks and 2 eating Skittles
They
right at
rebuilding.
the moment.
They rebuilding. They really want them 3 first-round picks we gonna give them in the 2 seconds. And we giving you 2 players, rotational pieces. What else do you want? He don't want to be here.
So Beans, let me ask you something. So by you trading Randall and getting Bi, does that make us a championship contender?
All right, I'm not trading Randall for Bi. I'm trading Randall.
No. You say you trade Randall for Cat. Listen to
Yeah,
what you said. You said you're
yeah,
going to trade Randall straight up for Cat, and then
yeah.
you're going to get Bi. Now, my
All right,
question to
I'm gonna
you,
tell you the lineup now. I'm gonna tell you the lineup.
hold on, but I'm asking you this. Does
I'm
that
gonna tell you
take
the
us to
lineup,
the
and you tell me.
championship?
All right, I'm gonna give you the lineup, and you tell me if it's a championship contender. Now we got Cat, we got Obi at the 4, we got Bi at the 3, we got Randall at the 2, and then either Kimber or D Rose, however you want to do it. You tell me if they can compete.
Nah.
All right, man.
I
What about you,
have to
Freeze?
disagree with you, bro.
Bro, hey, can I show y'all something, man? I just want to show y'all something, man. Okay. I just want to show y'all something. Where is it? What is it? I got it. I got something here I want to show. Well, no, I can't. I won't be able to show it. I have to make a video. But bro, I don't care who you bring. I don't care if you bring in LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, Chris Paul. I don't care. This ain't even about the players no more, bro. This is about Tibbs.
Facts.
Yeah, because I look at it like this, man. The way things are going, you can bring Jesus and high tops. It ain't working right now.
Right. This
So
is about.
it's got to go to. It's much deeper than just players.
Right.
It's much deeper than that.
This is when y'all saying Randall energy is off. Anybody ever think? Listen, human beings don't just go crazy to go crazy, bro. Y'all ever figure there is something frustrating Randall to have his energy be down? Listen, I done talked to all 4 of y'all before. I done talked to all 4 of y'all, and I know as a man to another man that y'all don't just get off, y'all don't just fall off the wagon for nothing. Something makes y'all frustrated.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you, listen, to a man, you know what I'm saying? I done spoke to all 4 of y'all before, right? And nothing, y'all not loony, bro. And then we assume that Randall is loony because Randall's energy is off. And nobody ever questioned what is frustrating Randall. All we say is his body language, his energy, such and such. Anybody ever consider that this team is bad and he know it? That's what I'm saying. Chat, listen. A lot of y'all put stuff in the chat and y'all have your own opinions. And a lot of y'all are smart and y'all get frustrated, right? But when I see y'all frustrated, you know what I do? Hey, something about that game frustrated them. I don't just assume y'all crazy. But with Randall and Randall body language be off, everybody be like, nah, man, Randall body language off, man. That contract, he just had a big, all this stuff. Y'all ever consider that this team is bad with a lot of flaws and he want to win and can't?
Facts. And trying to experiment with 2 new guys.
And it ain't working. And it ain't working, and the team look worse than it did last year.
Yeah, we
And
got more
nobody
fouls.
know.
Supposed to have more scoring. Yeah, supposed to have more scoring, but we dropped defensively. And I don't know, I was like, okay, I know we're gonna take a step back defensively. I just didn't think we was gonna fall like that. I mean, like the way
drastically.
we are right now. Yeah,
But Soul
drastically. You
Fingers,
know it.
Soul Finger. Listen, Charlotte only scored 104 points last night.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't score
And
125.
I mean, but the bottom line is the starting lineup is what's been killing us lately. That's what's been
Right.
giving us in because the bench has been putting in work.
Right.
You know, the bench. I mean, and it's the game before that said it all when Tibbs had the bench out there, and the bench was the one that got us in, and they ran out of gas. And it's sad that you can't put your starters back in to take you to the promised land because the bench is supposed to be able to spell the starters. It shouldn't be the
Right.
bench trying to get the starters going. I mean, last season we had trouble because our starters weren't scoring as much, but the bench was doing what they've been doing. The bench has been the most consistent thing out there, even with the change at center. Nerlens has been in and out. You got Taj in and out. And like you said last night, you should have took Obi out. Obi was cooking. He was
But
warm. He was giving us a little something.
to piggyback off of you, Soul Finger, the second unit, the bench has been gelling from since last year till now. So all
Mm-hmm.
five players know each other. They know what their
Yeah.
tendencies are, right? Rose nowhere to find them. Burks nowhere to find them. Quickly
Mm-hmm.
know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? So they have a more chemistry, right?
Oh, yeah.
Than the first team, right? The first team doesn't have a chemistry.
All right, can I
No, they
piggyback
They
don't.
off
still
that?
trying to figure out stuff out. Like Fournier. Oh, we need to have more ball movement. Bro, what ball movement? You get the ball so many times and drive to the hole and stop.
Right.
And then you look to kick out and they steal the ball from you.
Right.
So what ball movement are you talking about? You had many opportunities to have shots, wide open shots. And what do? Brick, brick,
You know,
brick.
it's the elephant thing, man. The elephant in the iron board. And I mean, he hadn't shot the ball. He hadn't put up numbers since the Boston game. Truth be told,
And
you know.
and this is the thing that pisses me off, Soulfinger. Everybody want to trade Randall, but nobody want to give the blame to Evan Fournier either, right? Everything
Well,
is blame
I mean,
Randall and trade Randall and all this nonsense, but we're not looking at the whole team as a collective,
Right.
yeah,
especially the first unit.
Hey,
I
Come
was
on,
saying,
fellas.
Soul Finger, I was gonna point this out real quick, right? So
mhm.
I watched LaMelo Ball size up Evan Fournier, right? at the top of the key, right? He sized him up.
Yeah,
Danny Landis was good.
Hey, Freezy, what's good, my brother?
Hey man, so LaMelo sized up Evan Fournier, right? And he faked one way, and it wasn't even a hard fake. It was like a look fake, like and went the other way. Fournier was out of the picture that fast.
well, that's it. I want to say, is that the one when he was coming down? He had Evan. He was coming behind him, and Evan was trying to find him and got lost. He had him spinning around.
Bro, it's multiple. It's multiple. RJ
I mean,
recovered to LaMelo to cut him off, right? They kick out the corner to three. Or somebody hits a three and RJ Barrett face, right? And I hear somebody in the crowd like, oh, come on, RJ, you can't give up them corner threes. And I'm like, what the hell?
Facts.
RJ was guarding his man, scrambled
Yeah.
to Fournier man, ran down the pass, scrambled, and almost blocked the shot in the corner. They hit it. They're like, oh man, RJ. Come on, bro.
I do agree that RJ's getting run in the ground in a lot of aspects, man. And I mean, you know, I was cool with assigning Evan, but the person and I was already on record. You can go.
But
You
you
can
know
go.
what? I got to put blame on RJ too, because bro, you wanted the task of being a two-way player. Show up, bro. show up. It's not a one-man team. It's a team game. If all 5 players is not on the same page, we cannot go nowhere.
Right.
So all we
No,
talking
you're
about,
right.
oh, we
You're right.
love Randall, but we still got to trade him. It's nonsense.
Right.
You
Wait,
got to
just
blame
because you want
everybody.
nonsense. Everybody has an opinion. Why it has to be nonsense? Because it just ain't lining up with yours? That's
No.
why. But anyway,
No, it's not lining up with yours because your main thing is always
talking
trade
about,
Randall.
y'all was talking
Every
about
game, bro,
nah, it's
is
not
blame
every game
Randall.
messes
I
up. He's
never
not.
hear you say blame Fournier.
He's
I
not
never hear you say blame
He's
RJ
not
Barrett.
producing.
I never hear you say blame Mitch and get enough
You
rebounds.
always
It's always blame Randall.
not a
That's
number
your
one
thing,
guy.
Beans.
Oh my goodness.
To,
The war
to
of
answer your
words.
question, the question of the night, should we be hitting the panic button? I don't think so.
I was just gonna ask that.
We I think what's going on right now, what we did was supplement the defense that we had last year for offense, and the offense is just not getting it done. Because we've seen in games this year when everyone's hitting shots, we set records.
Right.
And right now, those guys aren't hitting shots, and we knew from the beginning that they weren't defenders. So it's looking even worse right now.
So what do we do about it?
Could you repeat that again, Chuck Allen? Repeat that again, bro. Repeat what you just said, bro.
Right
Say
now,
that again, bro. You ain't gonna just gloss off of that. Big up to man. Say that again, bro.
right
Because it's
now,
ridiculous.
we're
Hey,
missing.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
We're missing shots. We're not hitting shots. Y'all saw when everyone was hitting shots, what that offense looks like. We set records from the 3-point line. But right now, those guys aren't hitting shots, and they weren't defenders from the beginning. So it makes it look worse because they can't stop anybody. And you're breaking shots. So everyone is getting frustrated, like, oh, man. And you end up with this, well, let me do too much, and it's not enough. So I wouldn't hit the panic button just yet. I want to say this is a shooting slump. It's better to have a shooting slump in the beginning of the season than late in the season going
Get
into
it
the
all out
playoffs.
right now. Get it all out right now.
Now, Chuck, let me ask you another question, Chuck. Now,
All right.
everything you just said, right? You said it comes down to the defense too, right?
Right.
So if your leader is not doing that, what are you supposed to do?
Well, I'll say this. I think Randall could give a little more effort.
Hold on, say that again. Say it again.
I think
Shout
Randall.
out, man. Say it again.
I think Randall could give more effort on the defense because that block at the rim. I forgot what game that was, but that block at the rim. I'm like, yo, bro, you should be doing this all the time.
The Cavs.
Yeah.
Because I've seen there was instances was like, yo, Randall, why didn't you even attempt to go up for the block? Like you just look at the guy, go to the basket. I'm not sure if he feels like, yo, if he exerts so much energy on defense, he won't have legs for offense. Because let's be honest, he was the offense last year. He carried us offensively last year. And when he wasn't able to do that because teams figured this out, we lost, got swept.
Yes.
Well, gentlemen's sweep.
Okay, you're right. Now, one more question for y'all. This for the whole panel, right? We are. I hear everybody saying that the second unit has so much conglomerate together and all that, right?
No,
Randall and RJ been together longer than everybody. Why they not gelling?
I'm not saying that. You ain't never
Now
heard
I'm
me say
asking
that.
Stephen on this.
Okay, what's the
You said
question
to the
now?
panel.
What's the question
My
being
question is: the second unit been together all last year, right? Plus this year, they're gelling, right? I said RJ and Randall been together 3 years. Why are they not gelling?
Because they ain't figure out their roles. Everybody on the second team knows what their position is, and they play their position.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It's when they're not in position
Thank you.
that the second unit doesn't do well. Like you remember when they put Derrick Rose in the starting lineup and it was Alec Burks and quickly running the point. It didn't look
Burks.
good
Didn't
in
work
the
out.
with the second unit.
Yeah.
So the second unit, those guys know who's who. The first unit, I don't. There's no identity to either any of the roles.
Hey man.
Thank,
So
thank,
so
thank,
just
thank you, bro.
so just I want to say this to Chuck Allen. Hey bro, y'all wrong on Randall. It's a shame. Y'all hard on Randall for no reason. It's a crying shame, bro.
No one's being that hard on him.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Up a little.
Yeah, and the reason, yeah,
This is the thing. I'm
what
sorry, Freezy. It's no problem with being hard on a player, but when you start talking about you want to trade him and he's a leader and he not doing this and he not doing, which is fine. Everybody's supposed to get criticism, but just don't put the one criticism on one person. It's supposed to go all the way around. And I understand
Yep.
that you a leader and you're supposed to set examples, but sometimes the leader don't have it all the time, bro. And other guys need to step up.
other guys need to step up, bro. That's what I'm getting at, man. Is when we watch the game, all we watch is the end result. We don't watch the path to what happened at the end. All we watch is the end result. Like somebody dunked, and what we say is, man, Randall gave up a dunk. They don't talk about how Randall got screened. You know what I'm saying? How Randall trying to recover for Mitch down to the perimeter to guard a three, and Randall got to beat somebody foot speed for foot speed to the rim, and then and somebody dunked. And so, and in that scenario, you like, well, Randall was supposed to be there. Nah, bro. What about the weak side help? Where the weak side help at?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we do is we blame Randall. Man, if it rained tomorrow, y'all gonna be like, well, if
It's Randall's fault.
It is raining because of Randall.
That's it.
I mean, it's crazy. Even the game Friday night, we watched the game Friday night, bro. Mitchell Robinson is a shell of himself. And he out there
He got
gaming.
that bad hip, man.
Yeah, he out there
He got a
gaming,
bad
trying to
hip in
play
the
through
knee.
it anyway. And we giving up
No
looks at the
ankle.
basket. And y'all like, it's Randall's fault.
Nah.
Come on, man. We saw Mitch give up a dunk. And I was like, usually Mitch would have slapped that ball in the 8th row.
Something's up with Mitch.
He hurting.
I don't
He
know.
hurt. His
But
hip and his
it's
ankle.
Randall's fault.
Yeah,
But
he's
it's Randall's fault.
because he's hurt. It's Randall's fault.
Bro, I'm
Well, no,
telling you.
in those instances, it wouldn't be Randall's fault. The major problem is athleticism on the perimeter
Yes,
defense.
I said
Because
it.
once
But
those
those
guys
are
get
long.
beat, that secondary line of defense is vulnerable,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you're going to keep putting Mitch and Randall
In
in
bad
positions
positions.
where they're not successful on defense.
And they're going to get beat, and then it's going to go to Mitch, and Mitch is going to try and foul because he got to protect the rim. And that's how some of the guys get beat.
Hey, yo, Chuck, do you think there needs to be a change in the starting lineup?
I personally believe that he should try out that second unit, start a couple games. Hopefully it lights a fire under somebody's behind. You know what I mean? Because they look they're comfortable in their positions and they execute and it's energy.
Chuck, you know, I'm gonna say I need a change too, but I'm gonna go a change after 20 games, and the change I would like to see. I know some people may not like it. I don't know, showing them inside the chat, but I would like IQ to start. I will put Kemba down.
Over Kemba?
Yeah, I'll put Kemba down and start IQ. Because with IQ now, he could stay in front of the guard. His defense is, I wouldn't say elite, but it's very good right now. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe he could go ahead and distribute the ball and control the offense. and also at times wave off Randall.
Can I get in here real quick?
But
So I like IQ at the 1 and take out Kemba. That's my change.
That's fair. I like
All
that.
right. Oh, can we get these likes up, man? Can we get these likes up? Everybody in the chat. This is unscripted Knicks talk. Unscripted. This is straight off of what everybody's feeling right now. We need to get them likes up, man. Blanche and Tears. Sharon.
Let me bring in Hadouken. He been here. He hasn't said anything. Welcome, Hadouken. What's going on, bro?
what's up? What's up? How you guys doing? I'm chilling right now.
Everything's blessed, man. So I know you heard us ranting.
Yeah.
You know, I call you the young genius because I like your takes. Should we panic or should we
Yes.
not?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Just like yesterday, I did not even want to hear anything Knicks yesterday anymore because I just couldn't take that game because it was so bad. And I don't think there's like a single person or thing you can blame because the thing you gotta look at is that there is no like offense at all or defense. Like there's no identity. So
Yeah.
you're looking at them play offense and defense, and it looks like they're playing like street ball. It's on Tibbs and it's on the whole starting lineup. Like not a single player, and they lack communication in general. Like they have no communication at all. Like you were talking about Randall and Mitch, they have no communication at all on defense. Look at the Pacers game, the Cavs game, everything. It's just horrible. That's the main problem right now. So we do have to worry, but I don't think it's something you could just blame on one single person because everyone in our starting lineup is inconsistent. They have been inconsistent. There's no way to win like that.
So are you pressing the panic button or are you not pressing the panic button?
I mean, it's not about panicking, but like I said, when we were like 5-3
to make adjustments
to worst teams, it's just you gotta like these next 3 games, we gotta win because the next stretch is gonna be difficult. So definitely gotta get it together ASAP. That's the thing.
I like them starting quickly. I like that idea.
Hey, Duke. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. It's two things I noticed about RJ Barrett. And full disclosure, I love RJ Barrett. He's my favorite Knick. Right?
Salute.
I saw him standing next to Miles Bridges, and he looked like, from where we were sitting, he looks like he's 2 inches, 3 inches taller than Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
Yes.
How tall is he?
Yeah, he does.
I don't know how tall Miles Bridges is, but mind you, I was a long ways away. Right? I was a long ways away, but RJ Barrett looks taller than Miles Bridges.
Wow.
Right? All right. And secondly, the thing about RJ Barrett is if any Knicks fan anywhere ever questions RJ Barrett's effort defensively, you need to push them off. Well, I won't advocate violence, but don't listen to what they say. Because me and Divine watched the play. Divine from Real Knicks Talk. I was sitting right beside him. Divine from Divine Real Knicks Talk. We watched RJ defend from the top of the key to the wing to the corner and back, right? Guarding 2 or 3 people in one possession, and then got the defensive rebound and pushed it up the court.
Hey, Miles Bridges is 6'6", by the way. So
Okay.
Yeah, I googled it, and chat did it apparently too. So just stop videos.
And so
he has continue.
So what I'm getting at with RJ Barrett is, before I saw him play yesterday, I was concerned about his 3-point shot and his shots not falling. But then when I saw the defense, how much energy he puts in on defense, I'm like, listen, if RJ Barrett don't score a point and play defense like that all game, I'm okay with it.
They're good with that.
Yeah.
Because I saw him. I saw Fournier get beat. RJ Barrett hedged to Fournier's defender. The kick-out pass went back to Barrett's man. RJ was there in his stance. When the dude caught the ball, the dude passed it. RJ Barrett double-teamed. They kicked it out to the corner, and RJ Barrett contested the 3.
I mean, I get that, but at the same time, like, there's so many players that exert effort on defense, and then they can score. Like, he's still shooting shots, except the last 2 games. a lot of shots. Like he's shooting like 15.
But they don't. But they don't do it
yesterday,
for. Do they have Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker in their backcourt?
no, that's what I'm trying to say. Like he has to guard multiple players, but at the same time, he's getting beat by Hayward every single play. And then later on after that, he's just like putting up some weak takes. But I also like give it to the offense. Like I said, there's no offensive identity, so it's like street ball. Like every single play, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like usually for a team, you would know what type of sets they're gonna run. We run no sets. We don't do anything. That's why people are struggling and being inconsistent, and they're just not getting the shot. That's why I'm not surprised about this like 3-4 game slump from him. Like, I think it's gonna get better, but it's just like a whole team thing. Not like a single player, and it's on Tibbs too, because Tibbs is not known for offense, and offense is like something we've been struggling. Like we're top in the league, but it really doesn't feel like it. Like it's crazy that we are on the top of the league.
Hey, Hadouken, would you make a change at point guard?
I mean, you could start IQ.
Or Derrick Rose?
I mean, I don't really care too much about it, because I mean, you could do that and then like play D Rose with Kemba. Like I don't really care, but I don't even care about that like change in my opinion. I just care about the offense like and defense having an identity. That's the main thing I care about. I don't care about someone being switched in the starting lineup, to be honest. That's not our main problem right now.
Yeah, that's our main problem, bro.
Our main problem actually is our defense. Hadouken, do you think if Rose were to be the starting point guard, would that help our defense out for the first year?
No. Hey, man, so it felt like we got beat to death yesterday, but the Hornets only scored 104 points. Man, we got to keep stuff in perspective. They only scored 104 points.
But we were leaving so many easy buckets. That's the thing. Like
that's what I'm saying.
The number is a number, but we left them open so many times. That's like last year. Our
there was nobody going to the ball.
But our defense is a fluke at the same time because we do allow people to beat us by the three. And they just didn't hit as much, but we left a lot of wide open looks. So even if they're not scoring, the opportunities are still clearly there. Like you saw them take advantage against the Bucks. The Bucks are getting like 20 wide open threes every single quarter. Like our defense, they could not score the most, but they're getting the good looks that they want, and we're not. So that's the problem.
Right.
Wait a minute. So the Knicks and the Bucks run the same defensive scheme, right? The Bucks won the NBA championship running that defense, right?
And they didn't play three of the starters.
Right, but what I'm saying, I'm talking about last year's defenses. Now, I'm talking because the Bucks won the championship last year. They ain't won it this year yet. What I'm talking about is last year's defense. So we ran the same defensive scheme as the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Take your chance on dudes that can't shoot, because if they miss, the advantage is in our favor. The Bucks ran that and they won the NBA Finals, right? The Knicks ran it and we made the playoffs running it, right? What I'm saying to this year's defensive team is this: the defense, the second unit. I think we underrate Quickly's defense. In my opinion, Emmanuel Quickly is a much improved defender, on ball, and away from the ball.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So much so that I think it's keeping Miles McBride on the bench. Right. RJ Barrett's defense is very underrated in my opinion, based on what I saw Friday. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is when you watch the game on TV, all you see is they focus on the ball. When you watch it live, it's like, you get to see, and there are certain things you can see on TV as well. And so I'm not knocking that, but what I'm saying is let's not get it twisted with RJ Barrett not being a great defender, right?
Can I answer this? Hey, Uncle Freeze, I want to answer this. Delano Steele Jr. said it in the chat. Is it possible that the issue is our offense is so pedestrian? Like if you watch those interviews at practice today and yesterday, a lot of the players were saying they believe the defense is struggling based off of the offense not, they're taking ISO shots or they're not getting the extra pass, and then they can't set their defense. The other team is in transition and we are not. So to Delano's point, I'm wondering, do you guys think that? Do you think our offense is the reason our defense is struggling right now?
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't have to do with it being predictable because Randall is not the only one doing anything anymore. So it's not with that. It's that they don't know what they're doing on offense every single play.
But I'm
Totally
saying,
broken
does
down.
that affect our defense? I'm saying, when we can't get
No, I
back
don't think so. In my
and get in
opinion,
a
no.
half court defense, if we can't get back and get in a half court defense, how is that helping us when we're taking a shot, not getting a rebound? First off, we're getting out rebounded like crazy.
I mean, but that's a whole different aspect to the offense. Like the
But I'm
fast
saying
break,
that
that's one
that
thing.
hurts our defense too, though. I agree with him to that point. I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but I agree with him at that point.
I just think like the way Randall was playing first quarter, like he was playing like everyone like has been saying, I guess, like from the Knicks and like Twitter world, like he needs to be more of like a playmaker.
Get
Because the
off
first quarter he
Twitter.
shot 2 shots and he was basically like playmaking and he was just not shooting like the shots he like wide open
That he
shots.
would
He was
normally
like
take.
very conservative. Yeah.
Right.
And then like he's turned it around like in the third quarter and he started taking bad shots.
Right, exactly. Said the same
Again.
thing I said because he tried because nobody wasn't scoring in the third, so he tried to play this hero ball. When I said Kemba should have been setting up the offense and rotating the ball on putting these guys in position to take good shots. But as I was saying before, nobody has a role. Nobody knows their role. Nobody knows when to take over. Nobody knows when to step back. So it's all a confused. And as far as offense, it's just a bunch of dribble handoff, drive to the basket, kick out. As Hadouken said, there's no set plays. Sometimes we don't even know what's going on in the offense when we get out there.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Sometimes
then
we may have a one set play when we come out of the timeout. And that's about it.
Yeah, I'm with Uncle Fulio. I disagree with y'all, bro.
Me too.
I think we're running sets, but what we do is run basic sets when there is no action on the backside of the play. Like when you look at the script, like for instance, just follow me on this. When you see Mitchell Robinson come up top to set the screen up high, and you see the ball handler about to take advantage of the screen. Now I know y'all can envision this because y'all seen it a million times. What is happening on the baseline and on the box? Can anybody tell me?
Well, it's ISO ball at that point. Like
nobody can tell. Nobody can tell me.
Wait,
Tricky.
repeat what you said. I didn't hear it.
When Mitchell
'Cause I'm
Robinson
like,
comes up
my
top, when Mitchell Robinson comes up top to set the screen, and the ball handler is ready to take advantage of the screen up top, right? Say it's RJ. Say RJ Barrett dribbles directly towards the screen and gets his shoulder on Mitchell Robinson's hip to rub off his defender. What's happening on the baseline and on the box?
Everybody freezes. Nobody's moving.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly.
You're right. And I don't. Sometimes Mitch will roll, but he don't roll quick enough. And even when he do roll, he fumbles the ball sometimes.
Right.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
So I just want to finish my point about the offense, right? So what happens is RJ comes off the screen, Mitch is in a beeline, right? Because he's got to keep his shoulders square to the rim and attack the rim. You know what I'm saying? And RJ is outside the paint, given a wide enough angle to throw a bounce pass to Mitchell Robinson if he open, or throw the lob over the top of the defender if the defender crashes on RJ, right? But then, with that said, you have 3 other people standing still, not threatening defenders. So now you've got 5 defenders watching 2 dudes attack the basket.
There's no movement. It's just stagnant.
Right. That's what. But
no hard cutting. And you heard Tip say this in this interview.
But
you need to cut.
Stafford Don, let me finish my point.
Sorry.
Let me finish my point. My point to it is if RJ doesn't have an outlet there, right? Then you either see RJ throw a wild shot off the backboard, and then they say, well, RJ can't finish, even though it's like 2 or 3 dudes. The tallest man on the team, their tallest man is defending RJ Barrett's attack of the basket, right? At the same time, RJ Barrett doesn't have an outlet to kick out to the corner over here because dude's not collapsing. He's staying in the middle, right? He's halfway between both because the dude you put over there didn't threaten him to shoot or to cut. So he basically playing center field on this dude, right? So now one dude is guarding two people, right? RJ Barrett looks back up to the top of the key. He's being spied. He's being spied by a dude wanting RJ to throw that pass so he can get in the pass lane and pick it off, right? The other side of the floor, RJ Barrett can't see it because the dude is deep in the corner and didn't rotate to the wing where RJ Barrett can see him.
Right.
And basically what it boils down to is we run a basic pick and roll offense with three dudes not even moving, making themselves an offensive threat, including Julius Randle.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. And so what we do is we blame Julius Randle for this basic offense, but what we don't realize is most power forwards in the league can't guard Julius Randle one-on-one.
Hey, you guys remember that game where
that doesn't matter though with this, like the one-on-one.
Do you listen? It does matter
to
because the first 4 games of the year. Do you remember when Randall was taking that ball, putting it behind his back, and he was screening for Fournier to come off, and he was hitting threes? Like, the offense was fluent the first 4 games, and they went away from it. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. But that's when Fournier and Kemba was most deadly. RJ wasn't doing as much at that time. But then Randall still was. He was getting 8-9 assists a game. Now he's getting like 3 to 4. Like they're not running that same type of offense anymore like they did to start the season. I don't know if other teams figured it out. Maybe they did. But it's hurting our defense.
Different though.
Well, what if it's
people to figure out?
What if it's both? What if it's both? Sorry, Uncle Freezy. What if it's both things, Unc? What if it's what you said and what Tricky Nicky is saying? What if it's them not running a second action?
Oh, they're not running the second. They're not running the secondary action,
right,
bro. That's obvious.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not running a second action. The offense is vanilla. It's been figured out, and because they're not running a second action, our guys aren't being able to get the shots that they were able to get in the first 4 games of the season. Could that be true?
It's very true. But let me ask you this, Chuck. And I'm gonna ask all the Knicks fans out there that think they smarter than Tom Thibodeau, right? What type of offense do you want to see this group run?
Tom Thibodeau's good. I'm fine with that. I'm not answering.
What offense do y'all want to see Tibbs run?
I want to see run and gun.
That's not an offense, bro. That's that ain't an offense, bro. That's grab a rebound and go. That's David Fizdale.
All right.
I want Tibbs to work on defense, honestly. He needs to get these guys playing defense again. If they play defense, our offense will be back. But he's got to figure out some type of offense. You guys are right on that. He's got to figure something out. And they did it at the start of the season. Why'd they go away from what they were doing? I can't figure out myself.
But that's what I was trying to say just now. They went away from it because teams figured it out. And because there's no second action, like Uncle Freezy is saying, the offense is looking stagnant.
Right. It's like Tricky Nicky. So this is what I equate it to. Like just think about it from a football perspective. When a lot of NFL teams want to throw the ball deep, they run a play action pass, right? So what happens is the quarterback will drop back, looking to hand the ball off, linebackers freeze, right? He faked the ball towards the running back cradle, right? Pull it up, snap his head around, and look downfield, right? You have a short route, an intermediate route, and a deep route, right? To challenge the defense, right?
Okay.
And what the quarterback does in that set, he looks deep, works medium, and then short, right? Right. In that set, because you don't run play action pass to those short passes, because you can just run a 3-step.
He's following his reads.
Right. So because you don't run play action to throw a short pass because all you got to do is do a 3-step drop and jump it off, right?
But our offense, it looks like they ain't following reads, Freezy. It looks like they ain't passing the ball. They ain't giving it to the next guy up anymore. Like they lost trust in each other for that starting five.
Nicky, let me finish explaining that. So the deal is, in our offense, when Mitch goes up top, the first thing wrong with our offense is our screener is not a total offensive threat. So if he sets the screen, his defender knows he's cutting to the basket. You know why? Because Mitch can't shoot threes. Right? So off the rip, he know Mitch ain't staying out there. And if Mitch does stay out there, he ain't doing nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So he know Mitch is either gonna stand up there and catch a pass or cut to the rim. Most of the times Mitch is going to the rim. So if I'm guarding Mitch, I'm already backpedaling as soon as he set the screen. Because he can't shoot and he won't shoot. Right? That's not Mitch's fault. We know what Mitch is. Right? RJ Barrett is coming down. Oh, Kemba Walker. Say Kemba Walker gets the screen from Mitch. Kemba Walker comes around the screen. Listen, I'm an old man, right? I already know Kemba Walker cannot beat me off the dribble. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about Uncle Freezy. Talking about Kemba Walker can't beat Kemba Walker can't beat Uncle Freezy off the dribble.
No, he can't.
And Staffa Don seen me in person. He know how big I am, right? Kemba Walker ain't beating me off the dribble, right? Right. So right automatically, I'm pressing up on Kemba Walker because he can't beat anybody off the dribble. He has to depend on that 3-pointer.
And that was my first question, though.
Right.
Why are we starting Rose?
But Tricky Nicky, hear me out. Hear me out on this, right? Okay. So if you know Mitch can't shoot and all Kemba Walker can do is shoot, right? You can defend that easily with the pick and roll defenders, right? Now, if you don't have backside action behind you, if you don't have RJ Barrett getting a screen from Julius Randle so RJ can slash and Julius Randle can fade to his sweet spot, then all the defense has to do is spy. Chuck Allen, what I'm saying is something simple. As soon as Kemba Walker hits the screen to come around, Julius Randle sets a screen for RJ Barrett. They're away from the play. Set a screen for RJ Barrett so RJ Barrett can slash and do what he like to do, go to the basket and finish. And Julius Randle can slide to his mid-range jumper that he loves. But we don't do that. Right?
No, we don't.
And and listen, while Evan Fournier is in the opposite side corner, when when Kemba Walker turns that screen, you know what I'm saying? Gets off that screen and heads to the basket. All Fournier has to do is rotate to the top of the key to shoot an open 3-pointer.
But he's not.
But they don't do that. We don't do secondary actions, and it's the reason why the team gets down. The offense is stagnant, right? We go down by 6, and that's why Julius Randle go ISO ball.
So what you're saying,
the offense ain't working, and we need buckets, and Julius Randle is a bucket getter.
Uncle Freezy, what you're basically saying though is the Knicks are not completing their offensive sets. They ain't running the play all the way through like they should. They're just settling like 4/5 of the way, and they're going, "Oh, there's a shot. He's gonna take the shot," instead of continuing. And if there's 2 or 3 seconds on the clock, they ain't running that far. Right. They ain't going all the way through. So I would ask you, though, what would you think if they ran the offense through RJ instead of running it through Randle?
Hey, Tricky Nicky, you took the question, or I was going to ask Freezy right off the bat.
I would say this: just because
change the offense up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Tricky Nicky, just because you have the ball in your hand, don't mean you're the offensive focus, right? So just because you're the dribbler doesn't mean that you're the focal point of the offense. And I'll give you an example. Vern Fleming was an excellent point guard for the Indiana Pacers, right?
I know Chauncey Billups, so I know enough about that.
But now, hear me out on this though. Vern Fleming was good with the handle, right? And when he would dribble that ball, but they had a 6'7" shooting guard that didn't have the ball, that would run around 2 or 3 screens, and when he got around that second screen, that ball would be waiting on him in his shooting pocket. That shooting guard name was Reggie Miller. They ran the offense through Reggie Miller, even though Vern Fleming was a primary ball handler. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wanted Reggie Miller to take the most shots. Now, with that said, with our team has flaws because one, Kemba Walker can't penetrate. Right? He's washed. He ain't blowing by nobody. And he like 5'10", 5'11". And he ain't blowing by nobody. So he's got 2 disadvantages, right? So if you're a defender, if Tricky Nicky is guarding Kemba Walker, Tricky Nicky is going to get in Kemba Walker shorts. Because regardless how tricky his handle is, Kemba still got handles for days, right? But he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere, bro. He got handles for days, but he can't blow by Tricky Nicky. He can't go blow by Hadouken. He got handles for days, and he ain't going nowhere.
No, what I'm saying though, Crazy, if we switch the offense up and we switch it up just a bit and we run it through RJ, that'll throw teams off. That might help our defense.
What do you want to run through RJ?
But other than
what do you want to run through RJ?
Other than that, let me say something real quick, and I want everybody else to talk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Hit those like buttons. We're at 40 likes right now. 64 are watching. Hit that like, subscribe, hit that reminder bell. Make sure you select the all for the reminder bell. Hit those likes for this guy. I salute you guys. Salute. I love you guys. I love blowing out cheers. Stepadon, salute. Baked beans. Hadouken. We go back. All you guys. Soulfinger is a god to me, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm out for a second. I'm gonna be mute, be quiet, and I want to hear you guys' take. But I'm just saying, like, they gotta switch it up. Hit those likes. Hit those likes.
So what's the switch up? What is the switch up about? So what do you switch up?
I wouldn't say switch up. I would probably like to see the ball in RJ hands a little more so he could play make. Probably, try and run a little pick and roll with Randall, try and set up the bigs a little bit. I guess drive and kick, look for Fournier and Kemba on the wings. I don't know. Let me ask you another question also too, Freezy. Can you think we could make Kemba into a spot-up shooter?
No. Kemba got to play point, bro. Yo, and so man, Kemba at his size.
That was just a wild question. Because I heard you say the whole thing with the whole Reggie Miller thing, and it just popped in my head. But he can't even run fast to even, run to set, run around screens and
the better comp for him would be Steph Curry, because Steph Curry do the same thing. But the thing about Kemba is you can't run Kemba like that because of his knee issues.
Yeah, it just came to my mind, bro.
Right.
So all right. With that being said, do you think Fournier could do that? Instead of him trying to be a playmaker and driving in and always getting stopped, where he could probably just be running in curls and off screens, while probably RJ not run the point, but bring up the ball to set up an offense and and have the offense probably flow through him. What do you think?
Let me ask you this. When's the last time you saw a dude on his team be the number one defensive guy and the number one offensive guy for 82 games?
On the Knicks team?
Any team, ever.
Ain't Kawhi was doing something like that?
No, Kawhi wasn't doing that. Kawhi played with dudes named
but
Tony
he a
Parker
two-way
and Kyle
player
Lowry.
the same way, just like what Dupe said, Jimmy Butler.
What I said was, when's the last time a dude was the number one defensive guy and the number one offensive guy for his team for 82 games. And if y'all say Kawhi, y'all wrong. Don't.
It's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
It can't be for 82.
No, it wasn't Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen.
No, but he was still on NBA defensive team and still leading scorer in the league.
Right, and he had Scottie Pippen to take wing assignments throughout the season.
Freezy, not all 82. Sorry, that's the key point right there. All 82. No,
right.
No,
and you said why?
Nobody's asking for all 82.
No, that's what he said. That's what he said. Which guy runs the
said
team?
all 82 games,
right.
and that's why I went to Michael Jordan because nobody plays 82 games anymore.
That's what he said.
Hey, Big Mike, not even Ron Artest, bro. Not even Ron Artest. Ron Artest had Jamal Tinsley and Reggie Miller. Jermaine O'Neal to carry off Steven Jackson.
So
Ron Artest had Steven Jackson to pick up wing assignments for him. Nobody.
Allen Iverson?
You can't. No, Allen, no. And even Allen Iverson had defensive stoppers, bro. Nah, the thing is, Dirk ain't play no defense, bro.
Man,
he was a lockdown in the post.
Oh, yeah.
You made him laugh.
Get out of here, Bees. Bees trolling, bro. Bees trolling.
Bees went off.
Man, Dirk couldn't guard nobody, bro. Dirk couldn't guard nobody, bro.
Yeah, Freezy, but you're right though. Not all 82.
No, you can't ask. Yeah, you
don't
can't
say 82. I can name a couple, but when you say 82 games, I'm going Michael Jordan. Nobody plays that way anymore.
Right, but the thing is even in that era, though, my man had Scottie Pippen, who might be the greatest wing defender of all time.
Still Tricky Nicky. He still had a Robin.
Right.
Oh, you're saying without a Robin?
No. What I'm saying is you can't expect R.J. Barrett to be the number one guy defensively and the number one guy offensively.
No, he
on
can't.
your team.
No, you're putting too much on him. No way.
Right.
If you do that to R.J., now you're gonna ruin him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Salute the Quiet Money. What's good, Quiet Money? What I'm saying is if you want the offense to be better, right, you got to improve the individual players, right? So when I mentioned that Mitchell Robinson comes up top to set the screen, y'all didn't even get what I was getting at. When Mitch sets the screen, automatically off goal, since he can't shoot, you don't respect Mitch as a screener. Because all you gotta do is run with him to the basket. Stephanon, am I right? If a man can't shoot, if a man can't shoot, why are you guarding his 3-point shot?
No, they're gonna double the guy driving after the screen.
You just gotta run with him to the basket. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then Kemba, Kemba can't go by you, so you can't sag off of him. You know what I'm saying? Why sag off of Kemba Walker when you know he can't go to the basket?
What makes me mad is Mitch gained that weight. And this is what makes me mad. He gained all that weight. And he's supposed to be a bully for the boards. But he's averaging less rebounds, honestly. Like, he's not rebounding. He's not quick to the ball anymore.
Well, you gotta understand that he's still getting in during the games.
I get it, but what I'm saying is like when I watch a guy be 1 of 1 from the field in a full game and he played, say, 28 minutes and he's 1 of 1, that's a problem. And that's the Uncle Freezy's point. It's a problem because if he's setting screens, they're showing no respect towards Mitch. Because he should have a couple of jumpers from the free throw line. But he's getting 0 because he can't shoot.
I see that, but at the same time, they're letting him adjust through his injury. They're not gonna make him shoot right now. I think they're just letting him do what he's doing, and he's offensively limited for now, from what we know.
How do you see that they're not gonna let him shoot because of injury? But they're going to lob the ball to him. I'm sorry, it's more high risk for him to be alley-oop dunking than it is to take a jump shot.
You can say that, but the only person that really looks at Mitch for alleys is RJ, and nobody else. So you can't really get that production from Mitch.
Okay, so run the ball, run the offense through RJ, and let's get Mitch back into the game. Maybe it'll change the offense up. Who said Randall had to be the guy?
I would like to run it a little more like we did.
I know Randall's the guy, but I'm saying who said he had to be the guy? He carried us. I give him that. But I'm saying that doesn't mean we got to rely on that for the next 3 to 4 years. That'll hurt us.
I get that.
That's what I'm saying.
I would want to run it through RJ. I would want to run it through RJ kind of like we did in that stretch where he was doing good, because when he was doing it like that, he was getting his own like actual plays. Like they were actually running plays for him. And I just felt like he was a little bit more comfortable. So, I mean, I would try to do it a little more like that, because now when he gets the ball, it's a little like, it just doesn't feel the same. It looks a little different.
I don't know what Nice is saying in the chat, but I love Nice. Respect the Nice. I wish he would jump in.
So
nobody said Mitch was a savior, man. We just need Mitch to be a very important part of the team. Nobody said he was a savior. Knicks 100 AGM. Nobody said that.
Nobody's saying that.
We just need him to get healthy, catch the ball, fix up your hip, fix up your ankle or whatever, because we going to need you down the stretch. That's all that is. I ain't begging you to shoot no threes.
He's playing for a bag, too, though.
All I just want you to do is block shots, rebound, and make some oops and make the Garden go crazy.
There we go.
Big up City for real. What's good?
Yo, what's going? Yo, I can't find my headphones. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Loud and clear, homie.
All right. We good.
So what's on your mind, B?
Oh, yo, I don't know. What's going on? What are we talking about?
So the topic is, should you panic or not panic? Some of the panelists said they're not panicking.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Freezy said to panic.
It's too early. Too early to panic.
Hold on, Tricky Nicky. So what is your stance, City for real?
I'm not panicking, bro. It's real early, man.
Yeah, too early.
We gotta weigh things out and see what happens when we really get into the mix in the middle. But right now we all right. We good. We up there, right? With the best of them, with the record and stuff like that. We might not be playing the way everybody want us to play, but ain't no need to push the panic button.
I love his humbleness.
Unless y'all feel like y'all want to push the panic button, but ain't
nah.
Push the panic button, bro.
I'll push that in December and January. I'll push that on Christmas Day if we lose to the Hawks and we are under 500. I ain't panicking.
I mean, the Hawks is like 4-8, so I wouldn't even worry about them right now.
No, you got to worry about them. They're in the same spot.
I understand that, but we got Indiana in front of us right now, so we can't just be skipping over games right now.
I wasn't skipping.
On Monday.
I'm saying I'll panic.
No, I hear you, Tricky. I hear you. But we got to take one game at a time.
I mean, I just want to go back. What's up, City? By the way, but I want to kind of go back to kind of what Freezy was saying about the offenses that ran through Randall. I would say that the offense is looking a little more about like the whoever offense. But it still is technically still going through him, because even if he's playing making whatever, he's still getting most of the shots. He's still getting the most shots on the team, and he's literally touching the ball every single possession. And he's probably the main one that really does that. Like you see like stints of RJ or Fournier not touching the ball for like a certain extended amount of minutes. So I would still say it's kind of around him, but it's also still like random and free flow.
Yeah, so who else? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Besides Uncle Freezy, yo, salute, bro. Yo, besides Uncle Freezy, who else is in panic mode right now?
Tibbs. And I feel the same way as Tibbs, just like everyone else should feel, because he said It's been okay 10 games, then it's gonna be 20, then it's gonna be 30, then it's gonna be 15, then the season's gonna be over. So they gotta figure it out right away, and that's what I've been saying too. There's no like, okay, like I'm gonna panic, not in that sense, but in the sense of if we're gonna continue to lose and then go negative, we're gonna work our way up again. I don't want to work our way back up. I want to stay positive.
Tibbs has to say it though. Like Tibbs is their coach, he has to say it. I want to say
he doesn't, because he could have said, "Oh no, we need like 20 games to work on our chemistry." He could have said that. He meant what he said.
No, he doesn't. He means it. You're right, but at the same point, he has to say it because he needs these players to come out and play. But any average New York Knicks fan, I know we're all diehard Knicks fans, and I'm not nervous about it yet. We're 7-6. We got a winning record. Last year we were 5-8 at this point. Come on now. No. We already knew we weren't gonna be a championship team this year. We should have known that. I know we get hyped, but reality is reality, and truth is true. This next team is doing fine. They'll figure it out. Give them time. I will panic in December, late December, if we're under 500. We're still playing team at that point, maybe a 5 seed, 6 seed. I'm going to be very happy for what we did. We need more than what we got. We know that. You guys know that. We need more than what we got. We got one star. His name is Julius Randle, and we're hoping and wishing that RJ becomes a star. We're hoping Evan Fournier, Kemba comes out with the show. No, we don't really have a bona fide number one at this point. Let's be real. So if we can just be good, get in the playoffs, it's a good year for us. Tibbs ain't panicking. He's trying to get those guys motivated. That's all he's doing.
I would say this, right? So this is the one thing that I'm afraid of, right? Because I don't want us to be named one of those teams where, like, so before, right? When we were hitting our 3-point shots, we were golden. We were good. Like, you know what I'm saying? As golden as what I got on right now, we were good.
Damn, that's golden for real.
But as soon as we started missing those 3-point shots, guess what happened? Right? We went down to the trenches. I don't want to be one of those teams where if we not hitting our 3-point shots, we can't win a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. I do not want that to be on our record. I want us to be able to, even if we not hitting our 3-point shots, something else got to step in, whether it's the defense, whether it's the mid-range, whether we getting steals, whatever it is, something else needs to happen besides the 3-point shot forward. Because I know we take more of them now, right?
We need the young boys.
We taking more of them now than what
bring in the rookies without experience. Just bring them in, throw them in. We'll see what they have.
Stop with it.
No, throw in the rookies. Let's see what they have. You know what I mean? We know what they have.
City is right though, because this is like last year.
This is what we said last year. Like,
we live and die by the 3.
Like,
but if you guys look at the way we played when they actually drove the ball to the hoop against Philly, the last time we played, and Milwaukee, they went to the hoop that opened up our 3. This team is not doing that. They're not doing it. They went away from it. Like, if they can drive the ball, the 3 will open up for us again. But everybody's expecting us to shoot 43s. Like, if everybody's expecting us to shoot 43s, they ain't guarding the paint. They're guarding the 3-point line.
That's not, see, well,
it's true.
No, you know what we should do? You know what we should do? Bench some of the veterans and just put in Grimes and McBride and Sims and Wayne Seldom, and we should put in those guys. Let them play.
Yo,
For who
Oh
are you
man.
doing that?
No, Hadouken. I'm taking a shot at somebody.
Are you
It ain't you.
sarcastic? No,
Yeah.
I thought you were sarcastic when you. I know you were sarcastic once you said Wayne Selden because nobody's playing Wayne Selden.
Nah,
Or
he's
Sims too because they're not good.
Theo. That's
Yeah, they're
Theo
not good
Pencil.
at all.
That's
But
funny.
no, yeah, yeah, you can't really you can't. I don't think you should change anything up with the lineups because they just gotta learn how to mesh it. Because
Yeah.
I mean, you could put IQ in the starting lineup, whatever, but IQ and D Rose and Obi and Taj and Burks are already used to the bench. So I mean, that's gonna be another thing you gotta wait on then
See,
to continue to actually fit together. So you gotta just let them act like they got 2 days off now. Tibbs better like do something with the offense, like get people in better spots, try to run more sets in practice, and then start learning to do that more throughout the games. Because if we're doing the same thing, like I know you said we were like 5-7 or whatever last season at this point, but people said we got a lot better, and I mean on offense we got a lot better. So I mean, let's get 2 more wins at this point. Like I mean, it's cool, but I mean you should expect us just playing better in general because we've won some games that we were just bad, like overall, and it was like close games.
Right.
And then like you look at games like the Celtics where we should have won and now went into OT, and we gave up a lead, and the same thing happened against the Bulls, and all those types of games. Like those weren't really like impressive, to be honest.
No, they weren't, because most of the wins we got on the road were against, yes, high quality teams without good players. They were missing Middleton. They were missing Drew Holiday. They were missing
Nah, they had Drew
Embiid the last
Holiday.
game. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm saying like Embiid, Ben Simmons is out. We were playing unhealthy teams, and even when we did that,
Zion.
but when we come home, we're not protecting home. How are we not
No, I'm
protecting
not.
home? We did that last year. We protected home, and we're healthy.
Not taking away.
That's scary to me.
Wait, you're kind of taking away from what we did because no, like we beat the Sixers with all the players besides Shake. Like we
No,
were
I'm
up by 30
saying,
against them.
I'm
And like the
saying,
Bulls, we
I'm
still
saying
beat
we're
them and stuff.
healthy.
And they're a good team.
We're down Noel most of our games to start the season, and then we lose Mitch for a game.
No, our team is healthy though.
We're
There's no
fairly
excuses for
healthy, right? And we're losing
No, we're
to
healthy.
teams that aren't healthy. They didn't. The Indiana game, they didn't have Brogdon, if I'm right. Turner did play, but they didn't. Like, we lose to that team, and we got blown out. Like, the lockdown defense isn't there for us. It's not there, and it starts with their offense. If you look at it and you really watch the games, I watch every game. If you look at it, like it's not, we're not playing like we did when we were 3-1. When we were the number 1 seed, we were playing good offensive ball, but we ain't playing it no more. And our defense sucks since then.
Well,
NEC was good.
I would say
The Zombie King.
We playing the same.
What's happening?
We playing the same type of basketball, but at the end of the day, we missing shots. I mean,
right.
if you
Pretty
make
much.
them, if you make them, guys wouldn't be talking what we talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? We missed them, so we talking what we talking. That's just
But City for real, hear me out though, right? We are paying you 17 million. You was one of our main off-season acquisitions. You showed up. This is 12 games. You showed up in about 2 games, bro. Fournier, I'm still looking for you, bro.
Right?
Where are you, bro?
Listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, right? This is how I'm gonna tell it the way the realest of the real as it can be told, bro. Like,
City, can we first of all address the jacket, the hoodie?
Oh God,
the shirt is fire.
I love gold.
We got DSJ on the panel though. Somebody say we got DSJ on the panel.
No.
Well. Let's just say this: if we do, it's the real DSJ.
I hope so. I love that dude. He's smart.
Hold on, Tricky. Hold on. City for real saying something.
No, we good. We straight. No, I just where was I was so what I was gonna say was in all honesty, everything boils down to what the players always say, right? It's a make or miss league, right? Right now, we missing shots that a few games ago we were hitting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I am not gonna
get on the
into
panel.
Frenzy. You know what I mean? I love gold. I'm not gonna get into a frenzy. We good, bro. We do I need to get into my hype mode so I can
I was gonna say, bro, because you know what happened with Quiet Money and White Falcon and movies and stuff. If you don't shout them out, then they start getting all cranky, especially movies and stuff.
Right. Hey, I saw White Falcon on some of the ESPN chat. Brother bringing up some good points, though. I'm sorry. I salute to White Falcon. He brings up good points. I see him like on ESPN First Take. They'll have the Max Kellerman Get Up show with KJ and them, and he'll be commenting. I'll be reading it. I gotta like his shit. I'm sorry.
Right. Hey, so City, you know if you don't shout out Julian Blum and Eric G and movies and stuff, you know, especially movies and stuff, he gonna get cranky. If you don't shout out Quiet Money,
those are my guys.
I'm not shouting out.
Can we do a roll call?
Going?
Can we do a roll call? I just want to know if City if City want to do a roll call. That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying?
I live to do the roll call, man.
You live to do the what?
Rocking.
Yeah,
I just need to see some orange and blue down there in the chat.
We Knicks fans.
That thing rocking. That's what I need to see, man. That's all I need to see is some orange and blue in the chat, and I will give y'all the roll call early. I even do the old school joint. I'll do my Uncle Freezy voice. Let's go.
So you want wait, I did it premature. I did it too premature, man. I didn't mean I shouldn't have hit the roll call thing, bro. I shouldn't have hit it.
Hit it again. We got it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, hit it.
Some orange and blue.
No, we're not hitting the roll call thing. We're not hitting the roll call thing, man, until because Real King, Real King want to get his name screamed out. You know what I'm saying? Eric Suriel and everybody want to get their name. Decius Thomas want to get the shout out. Hadouken Sharon, he want to get his name shouted out, blase blah, Eric G. So what we'll do is when we get a whole bunch of orange and blue in the chat, we'll do the shout out.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
So until we start getting that popping, like you guys think that this team as currently constructed won't be able to turn it around, like won't have enough time to gel and put some good games together.
Well, Eddie, let me put it like this to you: Are you panicking or are you not panicking?
Well, let me do this first.
I'm like the polar opposite of panicking.
So what we'll do is City for Real will do this roll call, and then we'll get back to that because we got plenty of time. We're gonna rock. We're gonna rock.
So Eddie, hold that thought, all right?
We're gonna rock.
I've never seen a roll call, so I'm new to it.
All right. So what we're gonna do is this. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for City for Real to do the roll call? Let's get it. Put that orange and blue in the chat, man. Let's go.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
All right, City. Let's go, City. City, you don't look hype, City. City, you don't look hype.
I love it. Yo, let's go. White Falcon. Carries the 44 and take out a Falcon. Let's
go.
And stuff is in the building.
Movies and stuff. Let's go.
He doesn't do just movies. He does other stuff. Real King is
King.
here. I'll do one thing like this. Quiet money.
Quiet money. Let's go.
Building Eric Surreal. Sounds like for real, but guess what? He's surreal, so it's real.
Eric Surreal is in the building. Let's go.
Go. I don't know who that guy was. I can't. The coolest.
The coolest.
I see you, bro. I see you. Juju 92. Take me.
And 93. Let's go.
That was a good year. That was a good year. Oh. Kanyon. I see you. That's a new one.
Kanyon Peppers. Let's go.
If I wasn't here, for you being here, appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Y'all know what it is, man. Doing the thing, doing that thing. Still Knicks.
Ron and John. Let's go.
Look at all of that love. That's what
movies and stuff. Shout out.
Shout out the movies and stuff.
Real King. The real King is here.
Let's
go. Let's get it.
See, our Blood on Tears family is here, right? We got our chat family here, right? We got Freezy here, right? We got Stafford here, right? We got
Stafford Don.
Who else? Oh my God. Chuck
Allen.
God,
let's go.
Keep bringing this up.
Let's go, Tricky.
And he ain't even. It ain't. Hey, listen, man. Listen. It ain't Drippy Nicky or Sticky Nicky. It's Tricky Nicky in the building. Let's go.
Oh my God, Julian Blum stepped in the building with
Julian Blum.
Julian Blum is here.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, Julian Blum, you want the Freezy voice?
Julian Blum. Let's go.
Come on,
let's get it.
Can I try a crazy voice once?
My God,
I want to. Let's get nice and Delano Steel Junior.
Let's go.
Let's go.
See? Now we here. We get this thing up to let's get this thing up.
That was awesome.
Let's get it to 100. Can we get it to 100? Can we get it to 100?
And shout out to Baked Beans. Shout out to Eddie C. Shout out to Hadouken Sharon.
Love Eddie C.
Hadouken Sharon.
Shout out to
Sharon Hadouken. The Life No Podcast.
Hadouken on Ron Man. So shout out to Ron Man.
Kendall Rivera is in the building. Let's go.
I'm gonna do this for y'all.
Yo, Ethan. Ethan is in the building, city. Shout out to Ethan.
Is that the
Ethan is the 6'5" shooting guard representing the 5 boroughs, 4-star on ESPN Top 100. Let's go, Ethan.
Yo, is that Hadouken's clone voice or something? Because sometimes when they both be on, sometimes I'll be getting confused. I'll be like, yo, wait a minute.
Shout out to still Knicks fan Ron.
And John.
Bim. Big them up. Big up. Big up.
More is in the building. Let's go.
I'm ready, man. Yo,
City. Savage NYC is in the building.
Oh,
let's go.
Oh, Savage. Throw some orange and blues in there, Savage.
Throw some orange and blues in the chat. Savage NYC, what you doing?
I see.
Savage NYC saving orange and blues for tomorrow. Don't save them for tomorrow. Use them today.
Randall told me throw some orange and blues in the chat, man.
Throw them orange and blues in the chat, man. Why y'all saving them for tomorrow? Use them today. Let's go.
Let's show some love for the team, man. Let's go.
Nick Yak is in the building.
There we go. Nick Yak. Oh, when you
Nick go Ewing. Nick go Ewing. Shout out to Ewing.
Yeah, man.
And just let me say this. Just let me say this, people. If you want to become a Lawrence Tears member, go to the community section, press the join button, and become a Lawrence Tears member. You get special perks,
so Uncle
special
Freezy,
video. Hold on, Tricky Nicky. Special perks, special shout outs, special videos. You get first access on what we're gonna do on the next show or upcoming events. So make sure you go to the community section, press that join button, and become a Lawrence Tears member.
A member.
So Uncle Freezy, I'm doing that on Monday. My question is $2.99 to have? Let me see here, real quick. Is $2.99 for me to join to have the nosebleed section? Club level is $5.99 a month.
Yep.
If I get the suites, what are you giving me?
You get first. If you get the suite level, you get all the stuff from the nosebleeds and the level prior, right? And then in the suite level, you also getting stuff like us shouting you out on social media, private videos that we're gonna ask you to help us make. So I'm like legit like, hey, Tricky Nicky, listen, I'm thinking about doing a video. What do you suggest here? And then you'll be like, I think we should maybe trade for PG-13.
So, but no head, right? No head. I'm not getting head. So, but for $20, though, you're telling me I can have my intake on your show?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm telling you. And then not only am I doing that, I'm shouting out in that video. I'm shouting out the suite level members. Special thank yous to Tricky Nicky and everybody else at $19.99. So you'll see a name at the end of the video.
That's what I was wondering. Hey, $20 a month ain't gonna kill me.
Right.
So I can do that. I hope you guys join, subscribe, and do what you're doing. You know,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because we trying to grow the channel, and this roll call.
Grow the channel together, right? Together. It takes all of us.
Yep.
I think we had a new subscriber also too, right, Freezy? I think it was a female. I don't remember her name. But shout out to all the females that watching. Females are welcome also too on the panel. Okay, if you're a Knicks fan, you're also welcome also too. So shout out to all the females, Miss Geraldine, wherever you at, blessings, and to all the other females that's listening right now. We love y'all.
Yeah, Geraldine MacGyver, she's like legit around this Knicks fam. So
no doubt. And listen. I don't know if I shouted out Real King, but Real King, bim! Let's go, Real King. Stop saving them orange and blues for tomorrow. Do some things today, Real King. Let's go. Decius Thomas is in the building. What's good?
Real King, I'm gonna call him the Arcade. That's my guy. I'm gonna call him the Arcade.
Man. Wilson Dang is in the building. Let's go.
Oh, Wilson Dang. Yo, what happened to Robert Paul and
they here.
King Aladdin and all
they here.
Okay.
They here. Everybody ain't gonna
Robert Parr is a loyal Knicks fan. Viewer, man. He's always had my back, and you know, salute to you, Robert Parr.
Yeah, Robert Parr's always been legit. He's on The Streets Are Buzzing for CT. So, like Robert Parr, mad respect.
Yeah, man. Hey, so Eddie C, you want to get into a point, bro? And to be honest with you, I don't know if I should, but I think I might get in on this point with you.
Get in, Robert.
I think Eddie C, I think I'm on this point with you. Hey, you got a few minutes to get in your bag?
For sure. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Go ahead. Are you panicking or you ain't panicking, bro?
Like, listen, I'm the polar opposite of panicking. We still have so much time left. The first few games, okay? Let's start with the first few games. That's like the honeymoon stage. For everybody, for everything, the first few games is always going to be the honeymoon stage. We were playing great. Evan Fournier scored like 40 some odd points in this first game against Boston, right? Everybody was flying high. Kemba Walker was playing well. Julius Randle was playing well. Everybody was happy that Mitchell Robinson was back. And we had a first 3-4 games. We were doing okay. We were doing well,
Right.
and everybody was happy how things were going, right? We've hit a rough patch, and it's been like from one day to the next, right? So it's super quick how it went up and then it went back down. But
Right.
I'm just here to say that there's still a lot of time for us to gel. There's a whole bunch of things that need to be cleaned up. There's no doubt
Yes.
about it. There's a whole bunch of things that need to be cleaned up. There's things that need to be cleaned up defensively. There's things that need to be cleaned up offensively. There's chemistry that still needs to be built. Um, and the one positive that we all see is that the bench is playing pretty well, right? So, I'm not in favor of switching up the starting lineup, putting in our bench players into the starting lineup, because then what happens is that we're going to lose one of our main assets
Right.
in the NBA, which is our top bench, right? So then what do you do when you put in for example, Emmanuel Quickly? You want to start Emmanuel Quickly. Okay. Let's put a hypothetical. You want to start Emmanuel Quickly. So that means you
Uh-huh.
have to bench Kemba Walker. So that means you have to put Kemba Walker in the second unit, and he has to start gelling with the second unit. So that throws a whole bunch of things off. You want to do the same. We saw how this happened in the playoffs when we started Derrick Rose, right? And Taj Gibson. It threw everything off. So what
Right.
I'm here to say is that everything is set up. The management does an exceptional job of trying to get everything set up so that we know what we have, and there's no tinkering really that needs to be done on our team. Tom Thibodeau is not a tinkering type of coach, and we know this.
No,
Okay,
he's not.
so what we do as Knicks fans is we get ahead of ourselves, and we want to start doing changes.
Facts.
And changes is not always for the better. So you don't move, you don't do really anything. All you do is you take this time. You have 2 days now. You practice. You have 3 games at home. You're playing the Indiana Pacers. You're playing I forget the other two, but I know the first game is against Indiana.
I believe Charlotte's won, right?
No,
Indiana.
Magic and the Rockets.
Okay, yeah. Indiana, Orlando, and then Houston. And then we go against, I believe it's Clippers and Lakers. I think so. We got to win these next 3. DC.
We have to play better than what we have been playing, and everybody sees what needs to be done. Like the players see it, the coaches see everything, so they have to step up as well. But they have to need time to gel. There's chemistry that needs to be built, and this happens in all sorts of life. When you get into a new job, you have to start feeling each other out. There's people that are going to have stronger personalities. There's people that are going to become your friends off the bat. There's people that are not going to be your friends off the bat, and sometimes even those friends that become your friends off the bat later on during the time, they don't become your friends anymore, right? So all of
Right.
this has to sort themselves out. Everybody has to feel themselves out. Maybe for right now, Randall and Kemba and what's his name, Evan Fournier are not seeing eye, but that's not a big deal. We're 7-6.
Right. It's too
You know what I'm
early.
saying? We've lost against. To me, as I see it, we only lost to Orlando, which was a bad beat.
So I agree with you, Eddie C. So to your point, though, what I was saying when I first came on the show was I was like, I didn't want to switch up that second unit because if you switch it up, it's a bad thing. Like I thought, like, hey, if Rose starts, but isn't Derrick Rose that whole second unit? You can't ask IQ to come jump in on our starting unit and bring, say, Kemba down. You'd
So
bring
then, so
Rose up
then,
first, wouldn't
so
you?
then you bring up Emmanuel Quickly, and what happens if it doesn't work?
That's what I'm
Then
saying.
you go and you have to. Then you go and you take Emmanuel Quickly off again.
No, what I'm asking you,
No, but
say
that's
they
but that's what I'm
brought,
trying to say. Like, so then
right.
what are you doing to the players?
I'm saying,
That's
would
when you start building
IQ,
problems within the organization, because now you don't have a hold of what's
no,
happening in the.
my question to you is, would it hurt more to bring up Rose from the second unit to start, which I think it would, or IQ.
To me,
that's my question.
I guess the point that I'm trying to get through is you don't touch the second unit.
I wouldn't either. No,
you don't
way.
touch the second unit, and you have to
it's too early,
and you
right?
just let the first unit. You don't touch the second unit throughout the whole year. If the team stays intact, if by this time, December 15th, going on to the end of December, the first weeks of January, and there are no moves made, you're not supposed to touch the second unit. The second unit should stay as is throughout the whole year. But see, the thing is, there's a caveat, right? Because there's injuries that happen throughout the year.
Right.
And these are the moments when the injuries happen, then you can make a move, you can slide somebody
because
in
it's
there.
understandable.
So
Right. So then it's understandable, and then you see what you have.
Can I ask you one more question?
Hold on, let me get nice and hit nice. What's good?
That's what I was gonna do, but
yeah.
What's good, players? How's everybody doing over here?
I just wanted to get nice and be
everybody,
and because Eddie C brought in a good point. Eddie C, I'm not cutting you off. I just want to make the conversation more have the conversation evolve, man, with more people, so it won't just be a 1 or 2 person.
Can I ask Nice a question real quick? Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to say salute to Nice. Like he's on for our love of the game. Like the dude is legit. He's real. He's a really kind person. Nice. So if we're not bringing Rose or IQ off the bench to start, we're keeping our second unit the same, would you consider Nice like maybe taking Grimes and replacing Fournier or Deuce?
So let me say my thing real quick. Like with everything that Eddie C was saying, like I'm 100% with him. Like a lot of people keep on thinking like the post playoff never even happened. We already saw what happened once we put Rose. It was horrific. It was bad because once it got to the second unit, that's the group that actually pushes on the offense. Pretty much, they don't got it. They need Rose, and you have chemistry between IQ and Rose. Those are 2 players that you need to keep them intact. Obi plays well with the bench. Burks plays well with the bench. Taj Gibson plays well with the bench. Noel plays well with the bench. Now the question is, who we gonna get to play with Randall? There's only 3 players that plays well with Randall. You got to implement Taj Gibson, Burks, and surprisingly, Obi.
Yeah. So you would take Obi from that second unit and start him, maybe?
No, you could mix and match. Just give him a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there, or something, because you can't do it like everything forced. If he's not
I agree. No, I'm saying I agree with you 100%. My question, though, like if we're leaving Rose and IQ alone, would you bring Grimes or Deuce in?
Let me say my thing real quick so that everybody could get a chance and I could just mute myself. So just like I said, pretty much those are the only 3 players that he plays well. RJ play like surprisingly, I feel like RJ plays better with a quick and fast paced team or players around him. So that's a bench. Surprisingly. For some reason, let's just stop the talk with IQ and playing with the first unit because, man, we don't want to see another IQ slump.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
We need to understand that Kemba is hurt. Mitchell Robinson is hurt. They came from an injury. We got to give him time. We cannot keep on playing them 20 to 30 minutes. Like a good amount of minutes is 5 minutes. No more than 10 minutes. Get adjusted, get better. We wish you the best, and we'll be here for the time being, just waiting for you guys. But you give him enough minutes so they can recuperate, because what's going to happen is going to be the same story that happened with Kevin Durant when he played with Golden State.
Right.
They knew what was wrong with him, but they still kept on playing him, and then he was pissed. And I just don't want. Let me finish, bro. I just don't want it to be like Kemba start popping, like, oh, he gets better from his injury, or Mitchell Robinson gets better from his injury, and they hate the Knicks organization because they overplayed him. and they got even worse. And there was another team that decided to just be patient with them. So the next one is, let me see, 40 against. Oh yeah, this is one thing that got me. Like for real. There's 3 players, bro, that got me pissed, and this is R.J. Barrett, Fournier, and freaking Kemba Walker. Because we've been waiting for Kemba Walker to play the way he played, and for some reason he did it yesterday. Oh, guess what? That was the same team that he came from, or he lasted a long time. Fournier gave us the best first game that he ever had, and guess what? It was with a team that he actually also came from. And the most important one is R.J. Barrett. Even though R.J. Barrett did not play with the Pelicans, we know what's moving around with the Pelicans. And you're going to tell me that out of all the games, he shined in 2 other games, but out of all the games, there's no other game that he shined the most than playing with the Pelicans? These people got to get it together, because they make the whole team look bad. At the end, it's not about an individual; it's about the team. And I'll leave it at that. Hey, salute to
Thank you, Nice. Hold on, Tricky. Thank you, Nice. I really love that point. It's a whole team game and not one person. Beans, I haven't heard from you in a long time, bro. What's going on?
Same old, brother. How's everything?
No, everything is nice. No, I'm talking to Baked Beans. Beans,
what's good, bro?
What's up? I ain't hearing from you, bro. You know, this is a diverse panel, so I want you to express yourself also too, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm letting everybody get it in, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting back on my soul finger situation, but like I already know, man. I want to see basically like it's the effort for me, man. That's something that we can't never kill, man. And as long as that's not there, and certain people looking around, for other things, we're gonna be trash. We already know our point of attack defense is trash. You know what I'm saying? So we got to fix something. Line up, change something. We need something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep running with it, but that's how I feel, and that's that. I'm seeing that from my own 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wait another 20, 25 games. From what I seen from the beginning of the season, something need to happen right now.
So basically, you said you was panicking from Jumpstart, right?
Nah, I'm not panicking from Jump. I'm just once Freezy said hit that button earlier in the way, like I kind of felt that, like it's not gonna get fixed just by a local fix. Like it's something going on that we not seeing or something. Like something ain't right.
Okay. Chuck, what's going on, bro? Chuck, you there? All right, Chuck not there. Welcome to the panel, Eric G, man. What's going on, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. What's going on?
What's good, fella? Yo, City, my brother.
So
what else,
Eric
Safa?
G?
How you doing? How you fellas doing? How's everybody doing?
Blessed, man.
Duke, you already know what's up, bro.
So the topic is tonight, right? Are you panicking? Is it time to touch the panic button? Or are you not touching the panic button?
No, it's not time to panic. It's 13 games into the season. Listen, if you guys recall last year, this team, it took them a while to even with the team they had last year to gel, to get Tibbs, to get that system ready and brewing. It took midway through the year not even midway, after the All-Star break, when they started getting hot and started making plays. What we need to do right now is allow the bench to do what the bench does. Don't change, don't tinker with that. Let that rock. Unless there's an injury, then of course you would have to make some adjustments. But when you talk about the starters, right now all I see a lot of guys looking at the ball defensively, not worrying about their man. And this defense is a man-to-man defense and just clogging the paint a lot. But we're not clogging the paint. Everybody wants to help the next guy, but don't leave their man on untouched. And 2, offensively with the starters, guys are just making passes to make passes. They're making passes with no intent. They're not looking to score. They're not looking to be a facilitator. They're looking to make the pass just to move the ball around. And the ball's moving perimeter and nobody's moving without the ball. The only guy who moves without the ball, and it's not even a starter. If you look at Emmanuel Quickly, he moves all the time. He's running all the time. And Obi Toppin running all the time. When the ball is not in their hands, they're moving all the time. And that kind of movement needs to happen in the starters. There's a lot of stagnant movement, stagnant passing, and guys in the same spot. Once you get that down pat and guys start trusting their shots, because I see that too. It's just a lot of guys giving up good shots to try to make an extra pass to get a great shot, and that great shot is just not there yet. It's not there yet. When guys start making shots, then those extra passes work because you'll get an open shot. Then the defenders have to respect it. Right now, they don't need to respect anything. You got guys running to the basket. Mitch is in the way. Randall's in the way. Kemba can't go to the paint. So everybody's taking shots, jump shots. Right now, we just got to get the open shot, make your teammates better. And I think 13 games into the season, they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
So let me ask you this. I heard you said something about the defense, right? And I think I seen somebody said the same thing in the chat. Do you think our help defense is too help defense? If you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, the help defense. And it's not only about the help defense, it's the kind of help defense. Guys come to a shooter and they jump past him. A pump fake, you jumping past that guy, he's got a free shot. I see a lot of that. A guy jumping. Randall does it a lot. Kemba does it a lot. You go and you try to defend a shot and you leave the floor. Your feet leave the floor. If you just go and get into that guy's stomach and get into his space, that's better help defense. Then you give your guy, whoever's not defending anybody, whoever's the free man, guy to get the offensive free man. You're able to get guys back in transition, back to to their spots, and if they're helping, you give them time. If you get into the guy's stomach and you get into his space, you give your other teammates time to get to the other guy who's open on the back end. So I mean, there's a lot of trying to be a hero, a lot of hero ball on both sides of the ball. A lot of hero ball on both sides of the ball, except with that second unit.
Can we give a shout out to CT?
They know how to do it together, and they're doing it right.
Shout out to CT. The streets are buzzing. Knicks Real Talk too. Those guys run a great show, great program. Salute the CT guys. Subscribe for him. Hit those likes here as well as at Laurent Cheers. Remember to hit that reminder bell when you subscribe so you get all the updates and all the news.
Word.
Well,
Shout out my guy
CC. I'm gonna say this, right? I want to say
can't hear you.
One of the main things that we forget, right, is that
City, you real low, City. You gotta get the mic. I don't know.
Yeah,
no, I can't find my headphones.
You good then?
No, not you, City.
What?
Not you.
Oh, okay, y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you good and loud.
It is you. Like it's very low.
You sound like you down the block.
No, I hear him good, really loud.
No, what is it? What is it? Can everybody hear?
No, you sound better.
I hear you good.
Y'all good? Or we good or what?
No, I hear you like loud. So
bro. So it's one person in the panel saying that you hear him, and pretty much 4 or 5 people saying that we can't even hear him.
Nice chill.
I'm gonna say what I gotta say. One of the things is we forget, man. Like these guys are players, right? They basketball players, right? They're gonna do the thing that they need to do. But we gotta remember that as much as we want them to be efficient when they're shooting the basketball, they're not going to be as efficient as we want them to be. You know what I'm saying? We got to come to realize that when it comes to this game of basketball, we got to pump our brakes and say, listen, there's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs. There's going to be some good times, some bad times, right? Right? Every team goes through it unless you're the whatchamacallit, unless you're
unless you're the
the
Knicks.
Warriors and you win 80-something, 90-something games, whatever it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just happens. And with our team, we're not gonna be that, right? But we gotta realize when we're in a bad time, hey, we're in a bad time.
We're in
But
a good time though, right?
we can pick apart the bad time, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But let's focus on what we do that's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's focus on that.
Right. We
We
haven't
already
been
know what the
here,
bad
right?
thing is gonna be. We already know.
City's right.
Right now, the
We get
thing
fast.
the thing with us as fans, as Knicks fans,
Hey,
we can't have
City. We'll be right back.
we can't have nothing nice. As soon as we get a little taste of success, look what happens to the fan base. They get wild. We get wild. Everybody's panicking. Everybody's worried about. Bro, we haven't been 7-6 in the first 13 games in like 10 years.
Yeah, and
Like every time we've been under 500, 3
and
wins,
you know
4
what?
wins. Even last year, we were under 500. So
Yeah.
we really got to take this with a grain of salt. We're 13 games into the season
But
with
it's
a
expectation.
relatively better team than we had last year. The
It's
best second unit in
expectation.
all of basketball. The best second unit
We
in all of
got
basketball. And we
right.
have some stud players on that starting unit. And once they get in the rhythm and start getting to play with each other, you got to understand that it'll work out. It'll work out. They're going to
Well,
go on a
it's
run here.
expectations,
They're going
bro.
around. We're going to forget about this conversation. We're going to look back in a month and a half and be like, damn, the Knicks are 20. The Knicks are 20 and 11. Whoa, how?
See, I'm glad you said that because we got new people right now, right? That I'm not saying everybody, but some people feel like, oh, we got these guys. Oh, bro, we should have over the top like a five of a 5 game above our losses right now. That's how some people feel, right? But at the end of the day, you got to realize sometimes you got to let stuff gel. You got to let things like click, whatever it is that it has to be, right? We just got to wait. We just got to wait and see. We got to be easy.
I'll tell
Knicks
you this too,
fans,
man. Mitchell
listen.
Robinson don't look very good right now.
No, he
I would
doesn't.
say this
And I
about
know he's
Mitchell.
coming off an injury, but his
Thing,
lateral defense is terrible right now. He
it's the
can't
same
move
thing
outside
that
the
I've
paint.
said, right? It's the same thing that I've said a long time ago. We need him to start shooting his Jimmy that he shoots in practice or in the videos or whatever.
No, what we need him to do is defend
We
centers
need
who can
the
shoot the
defense.
Jimmy.
Well,
Because what happens is
we
when
need
he
the
plays a
defense to
big
be honest.
when he
Like, you know what
plays
I'm
a
saying?
big when he plays a big that can shoot, he gets torched because he doesn't leave the 15 feet of the basket. When he plays a big that can shoot, when you talk about guys like Miles Turner who cooked him
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because he can shoot. Miles Turner can play in the outside, 15,
Mm-hmm.
18, and 20-foot jumpers. He makes those.
EG, but
But
the
If he
thing
if
is,
he
need him. We need it. We need him. I said it a long time ago, and I'll say it again. We need him to start making the defense honest. Like it's like what Uncle Freezy said earlier, right? When he's like, "Oh, talk about how oh, we already know Mitch is just gonna roll to the rim or whatever. No, we need him to fake roll to the rim, fake, come back and get the ball, shoot that Jimmy that you've been showcasing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just do it. I don't know if it's a coaching thing or whatever, but like, you know what I'm saying? If he's able to do it, just the Nike slogan, just do it, bro. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Let it fly and we'll see what happens, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start somewhere, right? Is the way I feel.
Teddy,
yeah,
You gotta start somewhere. And
Teddy.
I've said it a long time ago and I'll say it again. I've always felt like we need him to be able to shoot from the outside.
Hey,
Not saying
Steady.
that he needs to take
Steady.
every shot. Hold on. Not saying that he needs to take every shot from the outside or just shoot every 3-pointer that he's open, but at least make the defense think. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make them think twice. Make them say, oh, wait, if I leave them open, like, you know what I'm saying? Make them think twice. That's all it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, man, when it comes to basketball, it's a scheme, it's a game, right?
Hey, City, though, I just chimed in because Nice is trying to ask you a question.
No. He's good. No, you good. City, go ahead. I'll wait.
So my thing is this, right? You gotta be able to make guys think twice about what they're doing on the floor, right? So if you do a pick and roll and Mitch pops back out to the 3-point line, let's just say to the 3-point line, let's just say. Now you got a guy saying, okay, he can hit this shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you prove that you can do it, he can hit this shot. So now you got the defense scrambling, right? Right? Per se, let's just say in that instance, you got the defense scrambling. And that's what you want, right? You want the defense to scramble so you can make extra passes, do whatever it is that you need to do. That's all I'm saying is be able to make the defense honest, make them know that yes, I am capable of hitting this shot, and you need to respect me. You need to respect me. That's all I want him to do. I'm not saying that he's got to shoot 8 threes, 10 threes, or whatever the case might be, or shoot 20 footers. I'm just saying, if you're able to do it, then do it, bro. Like, you know.
Hey, City, I got a question. What cooled RJ Barrett off? Like, he was the leading scorer for the Knicks 3 games in a row, but the last 2 games, RJ has just been like shut down, cooled off. He's not playing defense the way he should have been. That's my question. I want to know why RJ is so cool, and I want to know why Tibbs benched him as well.
I can tell you. Listen, RJ right now with RJ, it looks like a legs thing. It looks like he don't got his legs under him right now. Every shot is heavy body, no legs into it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's short. He just looks a little tired, and I think he just, and you got to sit him. We complain about Tibbs when he doesn't sit guys who are not playing well, and then you got guys who are playing well. You get mad either way. So if Tibbs sits him down, we want to see RJ play. But when Tibbs sit him, and the Knicks team goes on a run, we can't get mad. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen when they sit Randall. It's gonna happen when they sit Kemba and they sit Fournier. It's gonna happen when guys don't play the whole fourth quarter. You're not producing.
We saw that though. That game.
We saw that because RJ.
Hold on. Listen, they benched the starters, but they have Randall in yet. Why?
Because Randall is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Randall is the guy you gave $100 million to, and that's the guy who you need to have. That's the guy you trust.
To me, that's bad coaching. If you ask
RJ came after Randall.
It's not bad coaching. I'll be honest with you. PG-13 is having a bad game. He's not sitting. I know. I'm not saying that they're the same. I'm saying, but for the equivalent to what Randall is to this Knicks team, he is the guy right now. Maybe he's not gonna be the guy in the future, but right now he's the number one. He's gonna play in the big minutes. It doesn't matter if he sucked the whole 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left in the game, and you're down 4 or up 2, he's gonna come in and play.
Right,
because he's the guy. You gave him $100+ million.
Do you think it would have been better? Do you think it would have been a better proven point if he would have just went with his backup 5 instead of having one starter in?
No, but he didn't even have one starter. He started with Kemba, then it was Randall, and then it was RJ.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but all 3 of them played.
No, but he had the 4 bench players in throughout that whole fourth quarter, and RJ never got in.
Yeah, well, RJ had 2 points and was a -19.
Did you watch that game, Nice?
Yeah.
And RJ got cooked 7 times by Gordon Hayward on the baseline.
That's what I'm wondering. Why was he sat?
And the thing is, RJ never. I'll be honest with you. RJ, the one thing I say about RJ is, defensively, He's a stud. He's been a stud for us defensively. So when the guy's having a bad game, you know, you just maybe he's in his head, maybe just some guy has legs on him. You just need to sit him down for a little bit. He's young still, 21 years old. These are the times where he can sit down, say, okay, now I got to make an adjustment. And that's okay. Doesn't mean you don't believe in him. Doesn't mean you don't want him to succeed. Doesn't mean you don't think he's going to be a stud. It's just right now, and this game, in this particular one game out of 82, you need to have a seat, bud. That's it. That's what that was.
But what I'm saying is if Tibbs is trying to prove a point, this is my question. Tibbs was trying to prove a point to the starters. Why let any of them in? Why let any of them in? Bring Deuce and Grimes off the bench.
But it was the end of the game, bro.
Yeah, it's
like
the
he
end
has
of the game.
favorites.
It's not the first quarter and you're not up 30. You're down 10, and you need to find something.
No, they were down. They were down 70 to 46, or no,
Tricky,
80
you
to
gotta
40.
understand
They were
that
down
the bench
24.
players are gonna get
Hold on,
tired,
Trick.
bro.
Hold on, Trick. Hadouken.
What's good, EDG?
What's up, bro?
Nah, but
I'm gonna
you
listen
gotta
to
understand.
Hadouken. He speaks fast.
No, but you gotta understand that the bench players are gonna get tired too, because they just played the full third quarter and like most of the fourth. So he's gonna bring some guys back again. Like,
got it.
I mean, like, I guess I know what you're saying to a certain extent, but like, there was like one game. I don't know if it was the Hornets game, but he took Obi out a little too early in the fourth quarter. But I mean,
That was yesterday.
Randall's gonna come in at
Yeah,
some
that was last night.
I'll be
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, those things are gonna happen.
What I was saying,
real
like,
quick, hold on, Tricky, real quick. Let me just
Let him talk.
Hold on.
Hold on. Don't go second unit. Take Grimes. Bring Deuce in.
You're not
bring
gonna do
in-
that. It's way too early for that.
No,
You're not gonna bring.
no,
You're
you're
not
not
gonna
doing
bring
that.
Grimes
No,
in.
I'm saying in the fourth. If you're trying to prove a point to your starting,
But it's
unit,
not trying to prove a point. It's
don't
trying to
let
win a
him
game.
It's
play.
not proving a point.
It's not proving a point. This is not.
Tibbs
This
said
is
he
not
was
punishment
proving
for your
a
children.
Tricky,
This is the
but
thing.
but
This is
RJ was replaced. I mean, he replaced Taj Gibson at 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and that was the last full quarter.
Okay, so
listen. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying about, you know, you talked about the bench and taking guys out. And Hadouken said it. Guys get tired. You got it. They played half of the third quarter and almost all that fourth. You got to start bringing guys in, right? And not only that, yesterday's game changed. We were going on that big run, and we had that second unit in, and then Rose got hurt, and they took Rose out, and after that, everything changed. Then he got to go to his hitters, his heavy hitters, and hope that they can salvage the game. And you go to Randall, you try to bring in RJ back, but when Rose went down yesterday,
that was the
when
only
things
thing
changed
I
for us.
came up with.
Wait, let him
The
finish.
only thing hold on, but the only thing I came up with in my head was what Ed G just said. Like I felt like Tibbs had to bring a starter in. It's the only reason is because he felt they had a chance to win the game. If
Yo,
we're
listen,
down
real
20,
quick. I'm just gonna this conversation. I'm gonna end it right here. The rookies are not playing right now. They're not. Unless somebody gets hurt or 2-3 guys go down and as the wing players, that's the only time you're gonna see Grimes or you're up 20 or down 20. You're not gonna see them. You're not gonna see Deuce. It's just not gonna happen right now. Unless something gets hurt and they come in and they play extremely well, that's the only way they're gonna get a rotation spot. It's not gonna happen.
Usual. And that's what we saw. This is what we saw last year. So why? I don't know if people are expecting something different, but like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it's gonna get us to where we gonna get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put it out there to where I'm like, yo, I'm the mogul, to where I'm like, yo, check it. We gonna be 60
That's just the truth.
and whatever, but like,
It's
you
a
know
fact.
what I mean? It's just, we seen it last year, we gonna see it again this year.
And another thing that maybe, you know, listen, I'll be honest with you, I appreciate Tibbs. He's got us to a point where we can at least play respectable basketball. We lost a couple games that we should have won, and we're up 20 in the game. I get it. Yes, it sucks to see. There's some things you don't like about his adjustments. I get it. I love Tibbs because he's got us playing hardball all the time. And you know what? He got us respectable in the league. People respect us because of how he coaches, and his players play hard for him no matter what. If they're down 10, down 20, they play hard no matter what to the end. We all can agree with that. But Tibbs for the Knicks is Mark Jackson for the Warriors. We're a coach away.
Yep,
We're a coach away. He's the guy who's going to set the tone and then there's going to be another coach that's going to take us to the championship, and that's what it is. I think we all know that Tibbs is going to get us the culture, and then there's going to be a guy who's going to get us the ring, and that's just how it is.
G, I want to say something right after you.
Go ahead, I'm good.
Yeah, so I truly believe like something's going to happen, because you cannot have, let's say, your starters looking like the worst five. Let's say the worst 5 players playing together, even comparing with other benches. We are the worst 5 players that is playing at the same time.
Right.
So
You know,
something's going to
historically,
happen.
like the worst right now. Like our starting lineup is historically the worst right now in a long time.
No.
Yeah.
It is.
It is
stat wise.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, listen to this real quick.
Y'all talking about stats, and y'all know sometimes stats are overrated.
No, City.
No,
City,
it's not overrated. That's City. It's over.
City, we playing like garbage.
I overtalk everybody, but nice. Go ahead.
I just want to say this real quick. Before the Pelicans, it was 1 game out of 6 that Julius Randle and RJ Barrett had a negative on the plus and minus. So only 1 game at the same time. After the Pelican, 6 out of 7. Same game with plus and minus at the same time. So I don't know what's happening, but they're not playing all right.
No. They're not.
But everything is just random on offense and defense. They just need to find something that, like, they need to run plays. They need to switch up the offense and actually, like, probably run it through multiple people. Like, they're not gonna hit threes every single game, like 23.
See, if
like,
I
that's
look
not
at
gonna
it,
happen.
like
you live by the 3, you die by the 3, baby.
The way they're playing right now, though,
trash.
honestly, the way they're playing right now, and a lot of fans, and I'm not talking about our own chat, I'm talking about a lot of Knicks fans will say, oh, well, Tibbs is trash. No, Tibbs is a great coach. He's a great coach. But I don't know if he's the guy to Adi. God, I can't even say your name right. Adi, I guess.
It's really simple. It's the capital E, say E, duh, and then the capital G, G.
Okay.
Spelling.
All right. Ida G is saying it.
It's
He's
Eric. You can say Eric
facts.
too. My name is Eric. You can call me Eric.
Okay. You can call me Daryl.
Right,
Eric. Ida G says, though, like, Tibbs is the coach away, and he's right. But Tibbs ain't trash. He's getting these guys to buy in.
I agree.
He just got to be better, and like the nicest point though, like I think a lot of us we're just being dumb. If
Yo,
you're
Nick, chill.
Yeah,
chill.
Like it. We are 13 games in.
Chill.
We got a winning record. Yes, we're 7-6, but
I don't know
come
what he's
on,
saying.
man. Nice. Oh my God! I just pick
Dominican
up
don't
nice
like
and you'll be
Spanish.
mad at me.
Stupid.
No, I'm just saying that I just don't know, because I would never use that word with nobody. Like, that's weird. But just me saying, like, just forget it. Just forget it.
I didn't use a word.
No, just forget it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything.
No, I got you. Now the only thing that I just don't understand is that, you know, that the game before we had from yesterday, everybody was complaining, oh, why did Coach Thibodeau didn't put the starting lineup, when you clearly saw that the starting lineup did not bring no energy at all. They played the bench, and at the same time, no, there's a couple of people saying like RJ's fans and stuff like that, Randall's fans, like they want to see them doing good, but at the same time, we got to be realistic. The way that the bench got us out of a 26-point deficit and end up tying it up, they deserve to play to finish that game, win or loss. Like, they deserve to play that game. So I feel like it's like,
that's not being passionate though. What's the problem though? I don't get it. Nice. Like, if they're passionate about the Knicks, they're gonna overreact, and that's a good thing. I don't get what you're saying. Are you mad that fans were?
No, he's not mad. He's just saying that people were saying that RJ or Randall should have been in the end of the Bucks game. That's
right, but that's an opinion. Don't let it bother you.
He won't even understand, because he didn't even let me finish.
I know.
Like
Yeah,
Tricky, you
let
want to let me
Nice
finish
finish,
so that you
bro.
can understand? So listen.
Hey, I watch you cut people off too, so don't call me out. You're just being mean to me because of poor love of the game.
What are you? Oh my god.
Stop it.
Oh my god.
All right, let's not talk about that. Just let him speak.
Yeah. So just like I was saying, so that was a game before the one that we had yesterday. Yesterday game, instead of letting the bench finish because the bench was they actually brought the energy. What the coach did, he actually set the bench. So you cannot have it both ways. Either you feel like, all right, like the bench they started losing momentum, and that was the moment that you needed to put the starters. And when things doesn't work out, oh, but why didn't he left the bench? You know what I mean? Like there's always two sides of the story, and it's like you can't satisfy everybody. But we just gotta call it for what it is. Like if anybody has energy, that's the people I want to see playing. If you're not bringing that energy, if you're not bringing that intensity, like I want to play, even though you might have the fresh leg, even though you did not play for fourth quarter, I'd rather not even see you because you like other players is rubbing off on you. Haven't you guys noticed that if one player brings in like the wrong energy, like the whole squad be losing it?
Yeah, I mean,
I see that.
I could see that.
Can I go back to like my coaching thing about the next guy? I think the next head coach of the New York Knicks is already on the Knicks as a coach. I think the next guy that they're grooming, I think Johnny Bryant is going to be the next head coach of the New York Knicks.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think that's the guy that's going to be the guy that came from Utah. A lot of star players in the league love him. You know, Donovan Mitchell loves him. A lot of guys talk big about him. He's a great player development guy, young. That'll be the guy that if I'm passing the baton, if one day we don't like what Tibbs is doing in the front office and they say, hey, listen, we're gonna let you go, Johnny Bryant's gonna be the guy to take over.
How long did we actually say that Tibbs is going to take in order for him to get us like to the promised land? Everybody, we like even last season we actually even said that he's going to take like, at least 2 to 3 seasons. And this is literally like we just
in
started.
1 year. He took us more than we've had in 10.
That's what I'm saying. And we already talking about like there's another coach. Come on, Eddie G. Come on, Eddie.
I'm talking about it's just reality. The reality is that's what Coach Tibbs
but it's
is.
a second.
He's a culture. He's a culture setter. He's done
Mm-hmm.
everywhere he's been. He's been a culture setter. He's been a guy that has set the culture, done his job, got guys to buy in, and then after 3, 4, 5 years, there's a new guy that got to come in and take over. It's just what it is. There's just coaches like that who take a bad team, make them respectable, and that's their job. And then you move on and hand the baton over. That's just how there's coaches like that.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying like let's just play it fair, you know. Like for Coach Thibodeau, I'd rather just like if we're gonna talk about Coach Thibodeau, might as well let's talk about it like after the 3rd year. I don't even want to talk because it's like I'm giving you all the benefit of the doubt. Do what you must with the team because last season you took us to at least a spot. We wasn't even relevant last year, and just because we had a taste of the pie, now we feeling like all right, we getting a lot of wins, this and that. We expect the Knicks to be a certain way, and we forgot everything that Tibbs did.
I'm not forgetting anything that Tibbs did. I started this whole soliloquy with saying that I appreciate Tibbs. I love Tibbs. I like the way he coaches our guys. I like the way the guys respond to him. They love him. They talk about him. They defend him. That's great. Mm-hmm. I'm saying down the road, this project is not a project for this last year and this year, and that's it. We're done. There's a project that's going to be down the road. Tibbs ain't no young chicken. He's almost 70 years old. He ain't going to be doing this for a long time. This is a guy that his resume shows that he builds programs from crap, and then someone else takes over. It's just what it's always been in his career. A lead assistant in Boston and New York with Jeff Van Gundy, lead assistant in Boston with Doc Rivers. You know, then he went to Chicago, drafted well, got guys to buy in. They went on a run, never got the chip. He left there, went to Minnesota. They were bad. He got them to buy in for a couple years. Then it went bad. He left, and he took a year off. I'm telling you, that's just what. That's just how he is.
But
It's
since
just the
he left,
career of Tom Thibodeau.
yeah. But since he left, did the team got better or it got worse?
Where?
Everywhere where Tibbs was.
Well, yeah, it's gotten worse. But what I'm saying is, he's never gotten a team to the championship, and that's okay. It's okay. You know how hard it is to win in professional sports. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do. Not every coach is. You could be a great coach and never win a championship. It doesn't take away from what you do as a coach. What I'm saying is, in his resume, what it speaks to me in the 20, 30 plus years of him as a coach is that his resume is he builds programs and then he passes the baton. That's just what it is. I'm not saying I want him to be the coach when we win a championship. Yes. But I don't think he will be. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what his resume speaks to me. And I'm not saying that I'm mad. I think everybody's overreacting. I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I want a new coach and he should be fired tomorrow. None of that.
Yeah.
I'm saying the reality is be prepared that Tom Thibodeau is not going to be the head coach when the New York Knicks are champions. I would love that, but he's not going to be the head coach.
But you know why I'm scared of even having those type of conversation? Because Eddie G, I'm not saying this is you, but you know how is the Knicks franchise. You know how is Knicks media. Once certain things is not going our way, we criticize, we bash them, and then we start complaining why other teams, why other players, why good coaches, they don't want to come to a place like this.
I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, we're talking about years like down the line.
What's a better coach that you would want?
I don't even want to get in. Honestly, I don't even want to get into the coach.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that's just where this Knicks team is at. We're a middle of the pack team who's plays off effort. We got some players who are previous all-stars, good players, not Fournier, but Kemba, a previous all-star, and we got some players who can ball. We got a young team. We're hitting on draft picks. Besides, the last couple of years we hit on draft picks, but we just gotta let it roll and let it roll. I think Obi Toppin deserves his credit because he's put a lot of work in the offseason, and he deserves to play more than 11 minutes a game because the kid, he played 12 minutes or 15 minutes yesterday. He got 8 boards, 4 offensive rebounds. The guy running the floor, playing defense, 2 block shots in big critical moments and corner threes. Doing everything you need him to do, and then you sit him. Those are the things that I don't understand. He only played 15 minutes. He's not tired. Let him roll. He's defending well. He's not hurting you on the defensive side of the ball like he was last year. Now he knows his assignment. He knows he picks his spots. He knows where he's going to be successful. Give the guy the opportunity to show you that he can play meaningful minutes, and he's done that. And as soon as he does that, you strip him. You strip him of that opportunity. So what happens? A lot of guys like that, young guys, 21, 22 years old, it takes their confidence away. And I think he's done everything you could ask him to do. He's more than a 10 to 12 minute guy. You got to give him 15 to 25 minutes a game. Find it somewhere. Play the small ball unit with Randall and him or sharing the 4-5 and run the floor. That's your best offense. Run the floor.
I wouldn't say it takes their confidence away because at the end of the day, these guys, you already know what they do, right? They always say,
but look at Knox.
Hey, but no, we never talked about a confidence thing with Knox, right? If I remember correctly.
No, we did talk about a confidence thing with Knox and Morrow.
Last time I checked, everybody always said his confidence thing is a blunder, right? So let's not even talk about that. All of the other players, anybody, those guys will tell you real quick, oh no, hey, listen, I'm good. My confidence is sky high. I feel like I can do whatever it is that I need to do or whatever, right? But then you bring if we talking about Knox, everybody always said he's been the soft lion. Like he's been the
Nah, we're not doing this. We're not talking about Knox no more.
of the spinner. Like you know what I mean? So
Yeah, Obi is.
I'm not. I don't even know what else to say about that guy. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the thing with EDG, what you were saying, like the OB thing, like you were saying that you don't know why he was taken out. I thought that Taj was getting taken out to put Randall in the end of the game because that would
Me
have made
too.
more sense to me, especially because he had like 5 fouls or something
That's
like
what
that.
I was hoping. I thought that's what was. I thought it was
Because
only
it would
make
make
one
more
move.
sense. Yeah, me too. I thought I thought it was gonna be Randall to the 5 and OB at the 4.
Exactly.
And then I thought RJ was gonna be. I knew that I had a feeling RJ was gonna get put back in, but I didn't think Kemba was. But it's because D Rose got injured.
But I thought when D Rose got hurt, I thought they were going to take Taj out and take Rose out because he was hurt, and then put in RJ and Randall. Then you can still run with that unit with Quickly, RJ, Randall, OB. You know what I'm saying? You can still run with that unit.
And I like that lineup personally.
Me too.
I like that lineup.
The lineup has been successful.
I like OB with Randall.
RJ and Randall. No, RJ and OB play really well, like
Yep,
fast together
they
in
do.
IQ. That's why I always used to say last year I want to see RJ get staggered into that second lineup in the beginning of quarters, or like in that when their unit is out there, so he could get the
Real
ball
quick,
a
let me
little
get to
more.
the chat. Kanyon, nobody said we wanted Mark Jackson. Quiet down. Relax. Pudge, you already know I'm back. I'm going animal right now.
Mark Jackson.
Nobody said we want Mark Jackson, or nobody disrespect Mark Jackson. I love Mark Jackson. I appreciate everything he's done for New York as a basketball player and as an ambassador in the city. But all I'm saying is there's a lot of opportunity for the Knicks to grow, and it may not be under the helm of Tom Thibodeau, and that's okay. I hope it is, but it may not. Yo, Freezy, what's up, baby?
If you're thinking we winning in the next 5 years.
You already know. Listen, I'm sorry I didn't make a trade with you, but I had to keep my players, you know?
Yo, that's all right, because we play tomorrow.
I know. I can't wait.
It's all right. I got something for you. It's a surprise. Duke got lucky against me, too, which is lucky, so.
I didn't get lucky.
Duke got a good team.
Huh?
Bro,
Duke got a good team.
Yeah, I lost my first 2 games by 0.5. So
yeah, but I had
started 0-3. Now I'm 4-5, I think. So I mean, a little come
man.
on.
Hey, so did we shout out City for Real super chat?
For sure. Super chat up platter.
Yeah. Hey, City for Real, thank you for the generous contribution. City for Real says, "Let's go, heart and soul, New York strong. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it." Hey, I'm sorry about not being on, but I got Soulfinger. Listen, I got Soulfinger and Stafford Don on the line doing a concept for the show they're doing tomorrow. It's gonna be fire.
That's
tough. They got a show that they're doing together. So
my parody account keeps following me every time I'm on the show. Eric GL, you back? What's up? Good to see you.
Bro, I got one too now, bro. The thing is funny, bro. You just keep talking about RJ.
No, that's hilarious.
I have.
He was in the hilarious. 10 minutes ago. I don't know if he's still. I think it's the same person though that's doing it, and I know who it is too.
Yo,
listen, I'm gonna be at the Knicks Celtics game in Boston on December 18th. It's gonna be a good time, and I think the Knicks are gonna. By then, I think the Knicks are gonna be 10 games at least over 500.
What?
Wow.
And that's a month away. The Knicks will be playing over 600 ball.
From your mouth to God's ear.
That's bold. I like it.
Listen, I think they have the talent. They have this.
No, I believe it.
And the guys play hard. They'll find a way. And everybody likes each other. Nobody's not personal. All these guys like each other. They're just trying to learn how to play with one another.
Bro, I saw Obi Toppin curse Julius Randle out yesterday in person, bro.
Nah.
I'm telling you, I saw. Okay, I got it. Part of it on my phone. I couldn't catch it because when it was happening, I was too slow to get the camera up.
We good, Kanyon. We good, brother. It's all love, man. We all Knicks family.
Yeah,
man. We are.
I'm telling you,
We all
if
want
that's the
the
case,
same thing. We just all think differently about how we're gonna get it. We all
Yeah.
want the
but
same ring, same thing. We all want a chip.
Breezy, if that's the case, and I believe that I heard you saying something about D Rose, like once they took him out, that he started shooting on the other side. If that's the
Yeah.
case, yeah, something is not looking right.
Yeah, I got the video. I just don't want to play it here because it got music playing in the background. You know, the
Yeah,
stadium
I
music,
saw the
and
shoot
yeah.
I don't want
around
and I
one,
don't want
but
to
I
get
was
copyright.
confused what
Right?
was happening.
Yo, you had good seats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I saw you.
Money
But
Yeah,
making.
we
that
was
shoot around one got me confused. What were you trying to show
we shoot
with
around
Derrick
one.
Rose? Derrick Rose one.
Oh,
That you
that's the
post.
one where Tibbs was calling him, and Derrick Rose turned his back and grabbed the basketball and just started shooting at the basket.
I'm telling you, that's not good looking for the whole team.
Yeah, Tibbs was
Something
like,
is not
"Yo,"
right.
Tibbs was like, "Derrick, and Derrick Rose was like, "Man, this," and he just grabbed the basketball, and Johnny Bryant had to go to him and talk to him, like, "Nah, bro, don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're a leader," or whatever he was saying to D Rose. You know what I'm saying?
I think they've been together for. I mean, come on, they were together in Chicago. They were together in Minnesota.
Nah,
They're
bro,
together now in
optic,
New York.
optic.
They've been together for so long. That's like, like just like father son. Sometimes I tell my father, "Don't talk to me either." It's
Right.
you know how it is.
Yeah,
So
but you talking about grown man, bro. He's like 30 something years old.
I know, but you're talking about a guy
Yeah.
that's been with Derek. He drafted Rose. He's been Rose since Rose was 19 years old, 20 years old. I mean, that's a
But we
guy
all,
that's like a son to him. It's not. I don't think it's nothing like nothing serious.
but G, we all know how Derrick Rose always conduct himself. He's very professional.
Yeah.
And for him to even hear like doing something like that, you know something is wrong, bro.
Yeah. And
I
then too, so Eric, the other thing too is when he took out Obi yesterday,
yeah,
That's
man.
another one. I'm telling you.
Obi went off. Hey yo, the coaches are trying to talk to Obi. Obi ain't want to hear it, bro. Randall was like, "Man, calm down, bro." He like, "How you gonna take me out and Taj ain't doing nothing?" Pointing at Taj.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and then it had Obi so mad at Tibbs. Yo, 30 seconds later, no lie, 30 seconds later, Tibbs took out Taj and put in RJ Barrett.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's different, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm saying
that's what I-
this is stuff you see with your own eyes, bro. You don't see this stuff on
Right.
TV, bro.
But
no,
then
no, but if you have League Pass, you see it every day.
nah, you don't see
Like,
that there.
I no, but
Now I
I'm
can see the
saying you
bench
don't
and
see
League
that
Pass
shit on
during
the
commercials.
bench.
They show you the
That's
bench.
weird to me.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, but still, when you're watching on TV, you still only see camera angles. When
Yeah,
you
you don't
in the
don't
crowd,
see
you can
that.
see everything. Yeah, when you're in the crowd, you can see everything.
Like, what I was saying was, like, you can have League Pass, watch every game, and think you're seeing everything, but you ain't. You're not. You gotta be live.
You're never gonna
Yeah.
see everything unless it's live.
but
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless
They
you're
hide
sitting
that
behind the
stuff.
bench.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and then oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, nice.
yeah, you know what you just said? I'm telling you, how hard is it for us to believe that something is not going on when it's only the starters, that it's like they not understanding each other.
Right.
Like they ain't even playing with each other. They not even like
I'll
they're
tell you
making
why. Because you got to think about it. We hadn't had Mitch for almost half a year last year. The whole end of the half year last year, right? That's like having a new starter now. Your center, who's your defensive guy. He hasn't been. Now he's like a new starter, having like a new guy, a new acquisition on his team. Then your point guard is a new acquisition. Then your 2 or your 3, if you want to switch RJ and Fournier, whatever. Your 2, your 3 new starters on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's and then you got to have Randall, who's used to bringing the ball up last season, not doing it as much. So now he got to pick his spots. He got to know where he's going to go. Who's going to clog the paint with him on defensive assignments? Who's switching? Who's not? There's a lot going on. You got to try to hide Kemba because defensively he's not going to help you a lot.
No, he's garbage on defense.
But look at
so
this.
is Fournier. Fournier's very flat-footed.
Hey guys,
and
we got
he has no lateral
watching.
movements.
Hit those likes, guys, please. Like, we got 66 watching. I know half of you probably already had it, but we got some newcomers. We're at 65 likes right now. Let's hit 70 likes, and I'll shut my mouth.
You know.
Yeah, look at who it is right now.
Look who's here.
All the way from Cali. I'm telling you, this is the #1 show in my opinion. Hey, Uncle Freezy, I gotta tell you something though. I'm gonna say it to you man to man. I'm actually gonna put my camera back on, look you face to face, because I want to say this. Hey, I got the job. I'm going to second shift. I went from $15 an hour to $23 an hour, but I'll be on second shift. For you to be broadcasting mornings for me is everything. I'm telling you, like, because most of these Knicks shows, it's a PM show, and I'll never be on again. But I'll always be on this one. Salute to Uncle Freeze.
Stella,
Salute, bro.
which one you have? Blue Moon or Stella?
I can't hear it.
Are you having a Stella or a Blue Moon right now?
Who, me?
I don't know what
Never
he's
mind.
talking about.
I had a Bud Light, bro.
No, listen.
I got a Bush.
I had a couple of drinks. I'm not gonna lie. Who doesn't on a Saturday night? If we work hard all week. We can drink. It's okay as long as you go to work. You take care of your family. That's personal.
And watch your Knicks.
So,
hey,
and watch
your Jets. Watch your Knicks and your Jets.
Yeah, no, fuck the Jets. Go Lions. Lions got a perfect record, dude. Detroit Lions got a perfect record. We're unbeat. Oh wait, yeah. The Lions are. Yeah.
I'm in love.
Hey, can you imagine the Lions being the second team to go 0-16, now 0-17?
Listen, let's go. Let's get back to our beloved New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah, man. Hey, so the deal is the reason why I say it's time for us to panic, Eric, is this. I saw some stuff. I had been seeing some things all season and even through the preseason. and in my heart was telling me, nah, man, everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be all right, man. I love the Knicks. But then I started seeing some stuff recently. And I'm like, why is RJ Barrett shooting so poorly? Right? And so I listened to Knicks podcasters and stuff. And people are saying, well, RJ Barrett has just been bad all over the board lately. He just been bad. Then I went to the game and I saw all the energy that this dude played with on defense. And now I'm thinking like this dude just don't have legs in his shots. And
You don't have the legs. I said that earlier when you were away. When you were away, when you were like gone, I said right now everything looks like it's just he don't got his legs under him. And that's what happens when he's a young guy. He's a young player, so he's learning he talked about want to be the best defender, defending the best guy, the best player on the opposite team, the best wing every night. That's gonna take some energy. And as he's growing as a player, halfway through the year, you're gonna see RJ's gonna be able to defend the way he wants to defend and be able to score still because his body's gonna start getting used to it.
Right.
You know?
Hey, Breezy. I asked him the same exact question, but yeah, he said that. And he's right. Barrett didn't have his legs.
Go ahead, Hadouken.
Oh, no, that's me. What's good?
What's up, Ethan?
What's good, Ethan? What's up, Freezy? I think so. Let me go on my little rant real quick. All right, so it's not fair to judge the team now under the aspects of coaching because Tibbs tried. And I 100% believe that he would have rocked with that whole second unit if D-Rose stays healthy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because in that 30-second span, when Kemba was in with the secondary players, you saw Kemba couldn't set up the bigs for anything. And having Obi Toppin out on the floor with a player who doesn't set up their bigs is useless.
Right.
So that just made no point. Putting RJ Barrett back in the game didn't really matter. Taj was getting killed on the boards anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and in space. In
space too. Let me go on my thing about RJ Barrett, right? So you know how I value RJ Barrett. In the preseason, he looked dead-legged, and now he looks even more dead-legged.
Yeah, he's tired.
He's tired. Let me say this. You can't... This is bad roster construction by the front office.
Bingo! Finally! Okay.
I said this
in the draft, and I said this during free agency, you don't sign Nerlens Noel to that contract. You don't sign Alec Burks to that contract. And you don't sign Evan Fournier unless you have a move on the table. Where's the move?
I think they're trying to be
And let me say
relevant,
this
though.
too. With the draft, that was the worst use of draft picks I've seen. Because you took
No.
a bunch of high floor players and you're not playing them. They're not even getting minutes in your rotation.
Ethan, I want to
So
ask
if
you
you're
a
not-
question.
Yeah.
With these Knicks, you're saying, like, I mean, they got a core, right? I think they're trying to just be relevant. Am I wrong? They just want to win season after season, maybe attract a star. In my
No,
opinion,
you don't try to be able to stay in a state of mediocrity because if you're just winning against the playoffs, you're in the worst position in the league.
yeah,
That
but the
means you built
Knicks
that
have
team.
always never been here. We've never been here where we were thinking about the playoffs. Most years we're thinking about, well, who are we getting in the lottery pick?
You're basically saying that your bar is kind of low, so you're just happy with playoff. Tricky.
No, I'm saying I've been around the league long enough. I watched my Knicks since the early 90s. And what I'm really saying is, like, if you look at New York, they're trying to be relevant again.
9/11. How you heard? You look like you was born in 2001. Are you sure?
No. Hey, no. So let me
1979.
So Hadouken made a good point, man. Ethan was on to something, man. I wanted to hear Ethan finish what he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he did make a good
Let me
point.
finish.
I didn't mean to interrupt him.
So with this draft was stupid. You don't pick Miles McBride to not play him. You don't pick Quentin Grimes, who's like a dumb pick. Then you don't pick him, and you don't pick Rokas Jokovitis for the wrong reason. He's gonna be a stash for the next 2 years. And let me
right.
This could be a case. I heard Gmo talk about this before. There could be too much voices in the front office going down to Walt Perrin, Steve Mills, Worldwide West, Leon Rose, and Scott Perry. And
not
then
Steve Mills though.
No, I'm sorry, it's not Steve Mills. Leon Rose.
Leon Rose, yeah.
Leon Rose. It could be too much voices in the front office. So my question is, you had back in the origin when the draft when we first had, we had 19, 21, and 32.
Yeah.
All right. We could tell that your three players, even though I didn't want them, were Trey Mann and Trey Murphy. You didn't get them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But you think about instead of re-signing an injury-prone big, and you already have an injury-prone big on the roster with an old big, you could go get some versatility with a big who doesn't get injured in Kai Jones.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two, if you have this plan of keeping your rookies on the bench, right? Why don't you pick a rookie who has a high ceiling instead of a low ceiling? Instead of with a high
Kai
floor.
Jones. Kai Jones. Keon
Kai
Johnson.
Jones and Keon Johnson were the picks anyway. You should have kept those picks, or you can go get a Josh Christopher of some sorts.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to get your dude, your high floor, low ceiling, or whatever the crap you wanted, you had Joe Wisekamp and you had Kessler Edwards with 6'9" wings, things that we actually need.
And athletic. I like Wisekamp.
Yes, so
So
the Grimes
do you
pick
think
was
it was a
redundant.
mistake?
The Grimes pick was redundant because you have RJ.
Yeah, it's the same kind of player.
Same kind of player. They're not going to be able to space the floor together because I put Chris Middleton on the floor. Who's guarding Chris Middleton?
Nobody. Oh, even better, you put Miles Bridges on the floor. Who's going to guard Miles Bridges?
You put Mikal Bridges on the floor. Who's guarding Mikal Bridges?
Right. So, that was the thing. Julius Randle had to guard Miles Bridges.
I think RJ can guard Mikal Bridges.
Well, Miles Bridges, we played Friday, and so we didn't have a body big enough to guard.
No, I mean
Miles
Julius
Bridges.
getting cooked.
Miles Bridges is 6'6" though.
Yeah,
how
but
do we not?
Julius Randle was getting bodied by Miles Bridges.
And guess what? Obi
Because
actually played better defense on Miles Bridges than Julius Randle.
Because Obi's lighter on his feet.
Yep.
He can
He
move.
has more foot.
Yeah,
and you know what's the crazy thing about Randle too is Randle's the best athlete on the team.
He is.
Pound for pound, Randall is the best athlete.
And in the best,
Miles
I'll tell you,
Bridges.
I will tell you this too about Julius Randle. I know,
Miles Bridges is 6'6".
Hold on,
How do
Tricky.
we
I'll tell you this
not
about
have a
Randle.
guy to
We
guard
give
him?
him.
Because
I'll tell you
he's
this about
because he's
Julius.
an elite athlete. That's why.
No,
I'll give you something. I'll
because
tell
we
you
got
this.
rid of Reggie Bullock. We should have got rid of Burks, kept Bullock. It would have
Listen, I'll tell
solved
you that.
both problems.
I'll tell you this about Julius Randle. We say, you know, he dribbles a lot and he does this, but Julius Randle on the Knicks team, for the longest time that I've seen a Knicks watch Knicks, he's the guy that's been in the best shape that I've ever seen on a Knicks team since I've been watching Knicks basketball.
Yeah, best shape doesn't equal IQ though.
No, I mean he does have IQ, but he
does
has
have
blunders
IQ,
too.
but
He
he's
has
not
blunders.
using
Of course, he has blunders.
Let me say
using
this.
it right now.
His coach isn't helping him. But I'll go back to this about Randall. He seems out of sorts in the ways that he needs to go back to LA Randall in a sort to where he needs to start banging his body down low.
Post up, yes.
He needs
Yes.
to play.
Yeah.
He needs to play. He needs to play some ugly ball because when you have Terry Rozier on you and you just
ball.
decide to do the post fade, you look bad, bro.
You know what? You know what pisses me off the most
I
is
believe
Randall coming out
Right.
looking all
Go ahead, Nick
bulky,
Gas.
right? Listen, Randall's looking all bulk. Mitch is coming out doing this, and he's like, "Look at me, I gained pounds." But these dudes ain't performing on the floor with their IQ. Like
We have no high.
no
IQ
matter how
players
big
in
and
this-
bad
in
you
this
are,
game.
if you ain't smart.
Right. And so to the point though, to the point that Ethan is saying though, Tricky Nicky, is this. What he's saying is there were moves that could have been made that could have taken advantage of not only the roster, the money, but the timeline as well. Like because Grimes and McBride are not going to play this year unless we have serious injuries or unless there is a big time trade, right? So if you're going to stash a rookie on the bench in order to improve, why not draft a rookie with superstar potential and not a rookie with role playing potential? Like why would you draft and stash a Charlie Ward?
Right.
Instead of drafting and stashing, say, a Kevin Johnson or a John Stockton type point guard.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not disagreeing with anybody what they're saying.
But that's what Ethan said though.
It's like I'm at a loss for words myself. What this team is doing.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
And let me say this.
Ethan, let me say this real quick, Ethan. So that's the reason why when y'all said what y'all was saying, I was just saying chill, let Ethan finish and hear him out.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Ethan.
So let me say this real quick. So with the defense we played, our bigs are still playing perfect to me. Because even when Mitch is on the court, Mitch was hobbling up and down that court.
Yeah.
And he was still the best defender on the floor. And it's sad to the fact that we knew we were getting some injury prone bigs, but we don't get any guards who we know they could help seal off.
Right.
So when it comes, because when you could we're running the same defense. The only difference is players are getting shots up with 14 seconds left on the shot clock instead of 1. And they're not rushing the shots.
I agree. Ethan.
And I'll say this too. RJ and Randall, they get along on the court, but their builds don't fit.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Also,
organic fits.
I'll say this about Mitch, and I think this has a lot to do with it. Besides the foot, I think he's not trusting his feet yet. You know, his injury. I think he's not there yet. You know, every athlete, when you get hurt and you're coming back, I think you get a little worried about working on that injury or step. If you broke your foot, you get worried about putting all your weight on that foot. You're scared of it. That's one thing with Mitch I can see. He's hobbling a lot on that foot.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing. But gaining the 30 pounds he gained, he needs the conditioning. And he doesn't have that yet. Because that weight now centers big guys. Now he's trying to guard the big guys in the paint and put body on them. And it's taken away from his game. It's tiring him up.
It's kind of like
It's taken away from his rebounds. Like he can't get those loose balls like he used to.
Nah, it's not even. No, I don't even blame anything on Mitch. Just due to the fact that he's playing himself into game shape, and
Yo,
we knew
Tricky,
that
turn your
that's what
camera off, man. I want to see you kissing your cat.
And that's how we knew what we was gonna do anyway. Like
Yo,
we
but
knew that we
but
was playing
Ethan,
into game shape anyway.
Ethan, can I just say something? Going back to what you said, you had a lot of great points, and one of the points that I noticed is where you talk about how it's too full at the the front office. You have Scott Perry came back for a 2-year contract. You have Leon Rose, who's supposed to be on top. But what are who do you think needs to go when it comes to the Steve Stouts, which did nothing for us? I feel like when we got rid of Mike Woodson was that person that was the real bridge of everything. Mike Woodson was here when we was winning, and he came back and brought us back to winning. And I feel like when he left, it left a big gap because
Nah, I won't say Mike Wilson. I'll just say for the fact that you planned out your timing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the fact that in the draft, Grimes and Jokovitis were Walt Perrin picks to me. And then the only Tibbs pick in that draft was McBride. But Grimes also fits the Tibbs kind of build. But
so you think that was a Tibbs pick? I wouldn't think that was.
But he's a redundant force on this team. So the draft was planned out horribly.
Unless they're trying to move somebody.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Unless they're trying to move somebody, I agree.
I was
but
going to ask you, Ethan,
and if they're going to move somebody, it has to be it's going to be RJ because
exactly the only person that they're trying to
the only person keep both of them.
Yeah, the only person that means would be RJ, but they're not moving RJ. They're making sure because RJ is the highest draft pick since Ewing. They're making sure that they can pay him and they can keep him with all the assets that they're gathering. And I'll say this too, right? For the free agency period, Leon Rose did a horrible job. That's where you should have let Tibbs run free agency, because I knew in free agency if Tibbs ran it, you would have got Josh Hart, and you would have got.
Really think they're gonna move
and you would have been in the running for Kyle Lowry, because Kyle Lowry and Josh Hart are the two guys who you've seen them on the podcast. They were like, Tibbs is their guy. So if Tibbs wants them, they'll always have an opening here for Tibbs.
I want to hear from Nick.
And then there's already the reports that Tibbs wanted Bullock instead of Fournier.
No, I want to hear from Nick Gas.
Nah, man, Ethan's doing a good job, man. It's Ethan's show.
No,
right?
I want to hear from you. What's your point? You think they're thinking about moving people already?
They're always thinking about.
They're always thinking because you don't want to. Like, it's what Tip said. You don't want to wait for game 10, game 20. It's all a bunch of BS.
But I mean, it's early, right? Would they do it already? I'm saying it's early. We're 13 games in. Are you saying they're thinking that already?
We're 13 games in, but we're also like the worst starting lineup ever. So you don't want to continue this thing, and you don't want it to spread. So you want to cut it on the nip right ahead. It's still a long season, but you don't want to be 2 weeks away from the All-Star game, and we're looking like crazy. So I don't mind if we fix it now. I think that there's pieces like Nerlens Noel, going back to what Ethan said. We shouldn't have signed this guy if he had a messed up foot. Even his agent, Rich Paul, knew there was something wrong with him. So.
Yeah, but
so can I say this?
Go ahead, City. Nice to hear your voice. I haven't heard you in a while, Mister.
I just wanted to hear from him. He has good takes.
Hold on, Tricky. Hold on.
So people say we got the worst starting lineup in the league, right? But we got a better record than the Lakers.
It's fixable, though. Is it not fixable?
I'm talking.
I'm just saying.
When they bring up worst starting lineup, they bring up a defensive net rating.
No, what I'm saying is when you look at the talent that they have over there, and you look at what we got.
Yeah, but they facing Portland, they're facing Arizona. We're facing the Magic, and we're letting the Magic.
He's right. He's right. We're facing bombs, and we're
the bar is low.
This is the thing that
we're allowing teams with less than 3 wins beat us.
No. This is the thing that people always try to say, where people always try to say that, one conference is better than the other. No, guys compete. It doesn't matter what conference you're in. Guys play.
The conference is the best conference.
But they're not
You know what I mean?
competing.
And
So how can you say that?
There could be a thing where you can say, like, you know what I'm saying? There might be a thing where one conference might be better than the other if you look at all of the players and you dig down into it and get into all the numbers or whatever. But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the guys on both sides of the conference, they compete. It doesn't matter because when you look at it, right, you always got, oh, this team beat that team. Well, how did they do that? And
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give Gas the lighter so he can set you on fire.
Hold on, can I finish?
Gas, take him up. I'm
Can I
done
finish?
with this dude. Gas, you're on. I'm
Can I
done.
finish?
Tricky, hold
No,
on,
you're
bro.
Tricky.
City's
Can I
wrong. I'm
finish?
sorry. Gas.
All right, but let him finish. Let him
Gas.
finish.
All I'm saying,
Here's my lighter. Light the fire. Start it
All
up.
I'm
Tell
saying
me
is-
he's wrong.
Yo, City, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Stop it with man.
All I'm saying,
the bar's too
all
low,
I'm saying
man.
is this. No,
You
all
here
I'm
looking
saying
at the
is this.
Lakers.
There
Lakers?
is teams. No, all right, hold on. Time out. Hold on, man, because y'all trying to play me. Yo, all I'm saying is this, man. It does not matter, right? Because at the end of the day, there are less teams on the West that beat the tougher teams. There are less teams on the East that beat the tougher teams. And all day, you always hear it. You always say, oh, what, they beat them? Oh, well, I didn't expect them to beat them. Like, we hear it all of the time. So let's not play games and act like this doesn't happen.
All right, bro. But the thing is, bro,
That's
the
what
thing
I'm
is,
saying.
you have a team that does not they don't know how to stop a leak. You know, they literally let the whole basement, you know, like they don't even call 911. They let the basement
Well,
flood.
our team, if you saying our team, I'm gonna redirect you to what I just said. There are always lesser teams that beat the bigger teams, bigger seeds, whatever you want to call it. It happens all of the time.
Any given day.
It happens. Anybody can get it any given day. And I said it last year.
Yo, Nick Gas. We look at the Cavs, right? Oh, shoot. That's a bad loss. But after you watch them for a few games, you're like, you know what? That's a good young team. That reminds us of the
Cavs are us. The Cavs are us last year.
Knicks, yeah, exactly.
All right, but then where do we fit? Do we go down? Because it's looking like we're going down.
No. I think what's happening here is right now there's an adjustment period for this team. A period that, okay, what do we want to be? Are we going to be the team that is like last year where we surprise people? No, we can't no more. Now they know. They coming for us. Now we're the team that, okay, shit. Last year we balled out of our minds just with effort. The Knicks won 41 games with effort. They didn't win because they were good. I'll be honest with you. They won with scheme and effort. They won with effort. This year now, you got guys who are a little bit better. You got playmakers. You do. You have 4 playmakers on your offensive, and you do. You have the best bench in all of the NBA. All of the NBA. The best bench in the NBA. Your bench, you can start them.
Yo, we face teams with their top players literally on COVID protocol, and we're still not beating them. We're playing record teams like lineups, and we're like, there's no, and then goes back to Tibbs because like we're having a coach that.
What team? Okay, I want to know what teams you're talking about.
I'm talking about, like, for example, when Giannis was off, I believe it was game 1. No, I went back to.
He's talking about Orlando. He's talking
Giannis
about
was game 1. Also, there was the Orlando. It was just called Anthony. Then you have when we play Philly. Philly also sat down Embiid.
But we beat Philly both times.
Huh?
We beat Philly both times. We didn't lose to Philly.
No, that game at least we didn't let it go away. But we
beat them.
It was like by this much, you know. So it wasn't like
we blew them out when they had Embiid. Just so you know.
Bro, you can put an excuse for a team having.
It's not an excuse, but I'm saying
this is the NBA.
Everybody wants to win. Everybody's gonna try to win. Just because you have young
it doesn't
guys.
seem like our guys don't look like they want to win. Our guys look like they just want to.
Okay, we beat Philadelphia twice.
They look like protesters. They look like activists.
We beat Philadelphia twice. We beat the Bucks in Milwaukee. Okay. We lost 2 games that we should have won. We lost them. We were up a lot of games. Honestly, out of the 6 games we lost, we had double-digit leads in like 4 of them.
All right. Okay. Let me ask you this question.
So that's not because the team is better than us. We got away in the second half. We had the worst third quarter team in all of the NBA. The third quarter
out of
was
all
terrible.
the games we won, which one do you feel like we played the whole 48 minutes? Because I feel like
we haven't.
That's my whole point.
That's okay though. That's
we
okay.
got 7 wins, but
it's not okay. How is that okay?
It's okay because it's 13 games into a season.
How is that okay?
So you guys want to
how is it okay if it's one game in?
You guys want to take the team, and when a guy has a bad game, you want to hang him.
We're not hanging anybody. I want to ask you, how is it okay to not put effort on a Tom Thibodeau defensive type team? It's not okay. It wasn't okay last year. What makes it different this year? That's what
I want to tell you. You tell me what happened last year. What changed last year? How the Knicks got to where they got to from the beginning of the season when they were not very good. Okay, with a whole new team.
Randall and Tibbs is what happened.
To now. Right?
Randall and Tibbs is what happened last year.
The Knicks are going to go
That's why they play defense. Do you
Knicks are going to go on a nice 10-game win streak, and you're going to forget about it.
You're asking me a question. Do you realize Randall had like 5 or 6 40-point games? And we were 3-0 against the Hawks in the regular season?
Okay.
We're all about defense. And then we get in the playoffs, we're a 4 seed. All of a sudden, we're playing at home. Trae Young snipes us.
They don't know how to play at home.
We didn't play defense.
They don't know how to play at home.
That's this year, though.
Like that's why.
That's this year because last year we were great home.
That's why I love. That's why I love.
Hey y'all, I gotta wrap up right here. Eric G, don't take this butt whooping today personal, but we love to have you back on the joint, bro.
Listen, bro. You know I love you guys. Like I said in the chat earlier. Listen,
I felt like
this
I got my
Born Shears was the first time Freezy gave me the opportunity year and a half ago, to be able to come out here and talk and be able to, spit my mind. And this is the first person to let me do that. And I appreciate you. It's all love all the time.
For sure.
And I'm never going nowhere. I'm here. I had the Dak ankle. My ankle broke, and it looked like Dak Prescott's.
I got a broken ankle too, man. I
was playing softball, and I was going to make a play in the outfield, and my teammate hit my ankle, and my leg went to the left. But I was out for a little bit. But I'm back. I'm good. I'm gonna beat you tomorrow in fantasy. You already know what it is.
Hey, you already beat me tonight.
City, that jacket is fire, bro.
Yo, good looking, bro.
Hey, that joint fire. I gotta end it right here. Hey, Tricky Nicky. Hey, for sure, bro. Hey, you my brother, man. Yo, have a good night. We're gonna be doing old school Knicks tomorrow, and we're gonna be doing NBA 1-on-1 featuring Soulfinger and Stafford Don tomorrow.
Hey, are you on tomorrow evening or no?
I won't be on tomorrow evening.
So 4 p.m. and in the morning. You guys hit those likes. Hit those likes.
To my chat people, real quick before I head out. Listen, I just want to say, people who you guys know me. I love y'all.
Make sure you comment after too.
Everybody, I just want to say thank you for showing me love and bring me back into the family. You already know what it is.
Yeah, let's go Jets.
Gas City, you already know you're my brother, man. I hit you on the line.
Hey,
let's go Giants.
Lawrence, I gotta do something.
Let's go Lions.
Let's go Jets.
Lawrence, I gotta say something quick before you check out. I promise I'm live always on Flight Sports TV. So I can give that shout out tonight.
I'm gonna subscribe to you right now.
Word.
Sports TV. Awesome.
No doubt. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later.
Have a good one,
fellas.
All right.